Well, y'all busted here like police.
What's up, y'all? This is Just Ashley Keaton, where faith, family, and funny collide. We help you get blessed, confess, finesse, and enjoy the process in the name of Jesus. You feel me? Can I get an amen, y'all?
Amen.
Amen.
For real. Amen for real. Like,
Amen.
But look, we're talking about traditional women. Let's get into this. All right, what's going on, guys? This is Just Ashley Keaton, where faith, family, and funny collide. Can I get an amen, y'all?
Amen.
Sound
Right.
like you judging.
Nah, I am judging.
They was homosexual and now they are not.
Like, I'm gonna allow you to be your authentic self. So
We don't even ask God permission. We're like, I want this one.
I just want people in the comments to know I know
Serious?
this.
Weird.
You got a group called Black Hebrew Israelites.
There's an affirmation too.
I know, ain't nobody helping us.
It's woke Christianity because that's what we do.
Homemade noodles from the store are the best.
What's your purpose?
What is up, y'all? Man, we in the building, bro.
Period.
Period. You know what I mean? Period. Point blank. You feel me? Gonna have a good time. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed to be here in the house of God. Amen. We're talking about the traditional woman. And we have three fabulous guests. We have two guests, one person running the board because we're gonna fire Mike eventually.
Dang.
We just gotta file the paperwork. But we got Tamia.
Wrong. Oh, hola.
Tamia, sorry, Miss Jackson. Woo.
I've retired.
we got Shelby. Y'all know y'all love some Shelby.
Period.
Finna
The
get
one
it
y'all love
right.
to hate.
And we got Nakia in the building. Keeping it live, you know what I mean? But Nakia, go ahead and let them know what we got going on.
All right, y'all. As many of you know, we are building a church and we are fundraising. So you like Christian apparel, go to authorizedversion.com. That's authorized-version. All proceeds go to support our church's building fund. We need you. We want your money. We need your money.
We need it.
Support us. We'll also have some Ashley Keaton gear on there coming next week.
Yes, sir.
So we're continually updating new merch, new items. So just check us out and support. We appreciate it.
That's right. The link is in the description, guys. Click that link. And also, everybody that's in here, do me a favor. It helps with the algorithm. Like the video. And also, subscribe if you're feeling it. If you've been watching more than one episode and you come back and you like us and you ain't hit the subscribe button, bro, you know we got beef. What you mean? So, first of all, I want to also go around the room. Tamia, what's going on? What's going on in your life today?
I'm running off energy drinks
Run off energy
at
drinks.
this moment
That's
in
all right.
Jesus because
Because you tired.
I'm tired, very much so. Nothing.
You've been praying all night.
Yeah.
That's why you tired. You went through
And I
a
tried
sabbatical. You came back.
No,
How'd you play?
let me not lie. I was in the process of restoring a wig, and I ain't go to sleep till 3 o'clock in the morning,
Amen.
and then I had to get up at 4 o'clock to take Jair to work. So,
Yep, you helping somebody.
yeah, not myself.
That's your ministry right there, though.
I almost said something.
Look, you got to pray for everybody in here today.
I mean, I pray a couple times.
We need to pray before we start to bless the
That's
Lord.
something you should do anyway. First of all, don't just throw me out of the bus.
Wow.
Sorry.
Wow.
They got
That's
nothing to do with me.
crazy. Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. Shelby, how's everything going with you today?
Everything's good. I mean, same old, just out here getting it how I live.
Yeah.
Can't complain.
Amen.
So,
Yeah, we might actually be able to hear you more today because, you ain't got to argue with Mike today.
But
But
my
you
nerves
might,
ain't gonna be too
you
bad.
might have to argue with somebody else. We don't know.
It's alright, probably later on in the
don't know.
comments, but
Hold on. I feel like you trying to shade me a little bit. I really
No,
feel
no.
like you trying to throw shade.
It might be me. It might be me. I might have.
'Cause I'm just tired.
Me and Shelby ain't talking about everything yet. We might get into some arguments.
Oh,
That's
I
alright.
can't help you. If she
Yeah, I'm
dragging
saying.
you on your own. I'm telling you now. I'm not even with you.
So I want to go around the room
Okay.
and just first, I just want to ask everybody, do you view yourself as a traditional woman? I'll start with Tamia.
In a certain sense, yes.
Okay.
Because the way society makes traditional women out to be, it's not what I view it as. I view a traditional woman as a Proverbs 31 woman, which is what we were created to be, which is a helpmeet. Not, oh, she has to stay home, cook and clean all the time, and also raise your children, but also be a slave to her husband. That's how society makes it out to be. That's not what a helpmeet is. A helpmeet is a woman who, like I said, multiplies what her husband brings into the household. She understands that if my husband goes down, I'm taking control of the ship, but he still has the head over everything. That's what I
So if
view.
the pilot need to go to the back of the plane
I'm flying.
to go check something, the co-pilot gonna step in and make sure that
for
plane
sure.
keep going.
Because what, we gonna crash?
That is
not
a
going down
bad thing.
for you.
Definitely don't want to crash.
Oh no, that's how I view traditional women.
All right, and Shelby, would you say you are a traditional woman?
No. Just because, like,
Wait, you said that one more time? No, just wait.
no. I'm not. I think I'm a little bit more modern day. Just because, like, what to me said, like, what's the side? I understand where you're coming from, but I still feel like traditional in my eyes is kind of still what society makes it seem like, as far as like stay at home, submit, cook, clean, don't go to work. I'm not that. I am a working woman, living my life, not traditional.
All right, and Nakia, what you got to say about that? What are you a traditional woman? And then give your input on that.
I would first say we need to define a Proverbs 31 woman, so we know what perspective everybody's coming from. But I would definitely say that I'm a biblical woman, and that womanhood is defined by scripture. But if we're talking about the way society defines things, that's irrelevant to me. As long as I'm doing and being the wife I'm supposed to be, then I'm the wife I'm supposed to be. So I think we can go down a really bad rabbit hole saying I'm a modern woman, because what does that mean? that's society's define these roles. The stay-at-home mom, what was the Beaver's mom? What was her name? I forget what her name was. But that whole,
It's like a show or something, right?
Yeah, Leave It to Beaver was a show. But those were defined by the time, the day and time that was happening. Women weren't in the workplace. So those are defined by those times. So as times change and societies change, those rules and definitions change. But as believers, we're supposed to be believing according to the word, and that doesn't change. So that's why I say I don't really get into that, because I mean, of course, no woman, no human is perfect, but I just feel like if we define ourselves according to the word, then that can't go wrong there. Because if my husband looking for me to cook and clean, nah, bruh. We both was at work. What we eat? Hello.
Yeah. Yeah. So I would definitely say that.
But that was a long answer. I'm sorry.
Oh no. It's cool. We gotta state your position and all that. I would say I am definitely not a traditional woman.
Okay.
Amen.
Congratulations.
Amen. I definitely want to say that Colossians 2:8, but where lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ. Yeah. So there are a lot of society terms for traditional woman, and also when you look back in time, they had their own ideas of what traditional, or what a traditional woman is, of the tradition. So there were, I would say, a lot of good morals that came from the Bible, but I would say it really doesn't have anything to do with man's tradition. But I do feel like when you think about, I feel like we're all pretty much given, a similar answer, just kind of, semantics of it are a little different. But yeah, the traditional woman is defined in like certain ways. Like she cooks, the man brings home the bread. So it's like in that sense, like, no, I don't feel like it's should just be that standard, because sometimes the man at the home is the chef, So let's talk about like men and women roles. So what? Yeah, Shelby.
I'm not taking out the trash at all, ever.
I wouldn't
Alright.
dare touch a trash
Let 'em
bag.
know.
I refuse.
But what if the man
Oh
at
my
work?
gosh, what if it's maggots on the bag? Are you crazy?
So if it's maggots, that trash should have been got took it out.
I don't play it. No, I'm sorry. I can't do it. Nope.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you want to go first?
Oh no, go ahead.
So in a traditional world, right? The man is supposed to go home. What is it? Hunters and gatherers, and the woman is supposed to cook and all that stuff.
That's
right?
his role.
That's supposed to be the role, right? But this is how I feel like, right? I feel like we're living in different times.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We, like I say all the time, we are in an inflation. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
So
About to make
let's
some more
keep it a
people
bean
mad,
now.
Shelby.
Let's give it a bean. Because I guess Michael trying to make it seem like last time I came, like I was just all
Oh,
about the money,
Lord.
but no. So this plays a role to me, right? I feel like men are supposed to, get it. They're supposed to go out on the grind. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to be honest, me personally, I'm not against a woman working. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like as a grown adult, you should be working. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like a man is supposed to lead in the household. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to have some type of form of structure. You know what I'm saying? And now that can go into a whole rabbit hole. You know what I'm saying? Into like submission and all that stuff, right? If a man's not a good leader, if a man's not headstrong, if he's not assertive, if he doesn't know how to move in difficult situations, your house is always gonna fall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but I do feel like, in the women's role, I feel like women are supposed to have a little bit more leeway, able to sit back a little bit more. I feel like some women work harder than men.
Yeah, my
Me
bad.
personally.
We got Tamia. We got Shelby in the building, y'all. Go ahead, click the link, because I know you want to hear what you just said. We get into some real conversation, man. Just click the link, all right?
All the way off.
I had to interrupt her because somebody got to hear
That
what she's
just caught
saying.
me off guard completely. I was
Yeah,
so
I'm not
lost.
against the woman working and stuff like that. I feel like, and like we're living in a society where it's like a 2-income household society now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, if the man makes a good amount of money,
Trying not
that's
to put
perfect.
people on blast right now, but I sure
I'm
won't.
looking at it too.
Dropped all them chips.
It
Lord,
wasn't intentional.
Lord have mercy. Nakia, show you not just playing.
But yeah, but I do feel like a man is supposed to be on the ground. I feel like a man should be working harder than a woman. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if a woman is a truck driver, you know what I'm saying, and her man is sitting here flipping burgers at Burger King, it's kind of like,
Maybe he didn't choose the right career choice.
so then go get your CDL, be a truck driver, right along with your woman.
Sir,
You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
I don't know. I'm not against a woman working though. So in today's age, but traditionally, it's really supposed to be the man supposed to go out, the woman's supposed to be at home, cooking, cleaning, raising the kids. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm sorry. I ain't even finished up here a lot. Whatever tradition that is, I was not raised by it. I
Me
was
either.
not at all. My mom told me nobody gonna do it for you. You gotta do it by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I learned at a very young age either you gonna do it on your own or it's just not gonna get done.
Mm-hmm.
And that's coming from a single parent household. So I had absolutely no choice but to figure it
I felt
out
them.
immediately. It was like, all right, you 10. You need to learn how to cook. You need to learn how to clean up because I might not be how I might be at work because I got to take care of you and your siblings because nobody's helping me. So that whole women have to stay at home, which is, I don't see anything wrong with it as long as you were financially stable to do so and y'all are in a good place. But I get bored easily.
Me too.
I need something
Me
to
too.
do. So being at home is like wrecking my brain
Me too.
currently. I hate it. I really don't like being at home. I'm used to working.
Yeah.
I'm used to working in warehouses. I done drove trucks before. So working has always been something I'm used to doing.
Yeah.
I had to learn to be dependent because I've been self-sufficient for majority of my life.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm like, the word traditional is like a give and take kind of thing. I don't look at it the way society does. Because my traditional is, if you sick, I gotta take care of you. If I'm sick, you gotta take care of me. We 50-50 all the way. Otherwise, we ain't gonna work. It might be that I go 100 because you can't go 50. Fine. But when my day to go 0, you got to take that 100. You got to be able to hold the weight.
And that's fair.
Yeah, because otherwise,
That's
how we
fair.
going to get anywhere? We're not going to be able to grow as a couple. We're not going to make it.
I can honestly say, though, like, if I was to have a husband, right?
Right.
That was to make a lot of money. Like, money to where I really didn't have to ever work.
I would still need something.
I would still need something to do.
Need something to
I
do.
would never, like, to be honest, like, some girls dream, like, oh, I want to be a stay-at-home wife. But I'm
lied.
going to be honest, though. Baby, I don't really even like kids that much. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, just to keep it a bean, like, I mean, they cool for, like, the meantime, between time. But once you get to all that yelling, I got to find something to do. Let me go pick up a little part-time somewhere.
Those are other people's kids, though. You don't think it'll be a little different with your own kids?
Let me shut up.
I mean, I ain't got no kids right now, but I done seen how folks handle their kids, so I can
love
just see it like.
I can't wait to have kids, but I know God is.
I'm scared for y'all to have kids.
I learned very quickly.
We gotta watch out for
I don't
Giant.
have kids
get
yet
to the strongest soldier.
because it be parts of me that's like I can't wait to have a kid, and then I think about it.
Yeah.
Why are you up at 2:00 in the morning? If you don't go to sleep mentally, first of all, I'm already fighting spirits. I gotta wake up and pray at 3:00. So if I'm up at 2, you done messed up the little hour I have before God wake me up.
Yeah.
If you don't go,
You gotta
to
pray
sleep,
again before you.
now I gotta pray over you because you up. I'm trying to pray you back to sleep.
Pray that
I gotta
y'all
call
put
on
hands
Jesus
on them
that
the
peace
wrong
will
way.
come upon you so you can go to sleep, and
I
then
told
you
Jair.
might want to wreak havoc.
I told Jair, I said he need to get his own child whooping business. They scared
That
to whoop
man
their
is
kids,
gonna
take
be-
them to Jair. You know what I mean?
I feel like all he gonna do is yell, and they gonna all right.
Yo,
you
son.
got it.
Where this boy?
Yeah, he.
What you? Yeah, I can see.
I
Jair.
gave up.
I'll be scared, man. Just see Jair for a second.
It's just his stature. That's all it is. I feel like.
So, what
he
you think
yells
about this
over.
subject, Nakia?
I don't know. You know, for me, you know, in all my wisdom of however old I am, because I ain't telling y'all. I was raised by a single mom as well. So when I got married, one of the biggest struggles for me was the first time. Sorry, y'all. I'm remarried. But the first time, one of the biggest struggles I had is because my mom was a stay-at-home mom. And the bottom fell out of her marriage, and she had no skills. The only thing she knew how to do was clean. So she started cleaning houses, and I never wanted to be in that vulnerable position. So it was hard for me to give up control because I don't know what you might have going on one day. You ain't finna catch me slipping.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
So that was something that God really had to deal with me on. Because you have to have give and take. You have to have leadership. And it needs to be your husband. So that's something I had to learn over time. And that was a hard lesson to learn. But, you know.
That is definitely.
So I definitely think that you have to be able to give up control. But also your partner has to know where they fail and not try to lead out of pride.
Yes.
You know you suck at this. You can't budget. So if your partner is a better budgeter, then don't let your pride stop you from giving over control of said item and saying, you're better at this. You know, I want you to take over this part. A lot of times, especially with some men, not all, but that pride stops them from giving up control when they're garbage at something. I mean, just say you're garbage. And y'all work on it together. Or, watch some videos, come up with some strategies, but you have to be able to say, I'm bad at this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
There was one thing I wanted to ask, Shelby. You said the man, him working, like that's an important thing for a man to do, right? And I feel like we all agree. So would y'all say that a man working, that is a biblical role? Up
But
your
when I
money.
said the last time, it was like, I got attacked. I'm like,
You want me to give you
wow.
scripture? Because I don't even
Yeah,
like it.
I don't disagree because I have a
Oh,
follow
I
up
think it's
question.
not even
I give you scripture.
very much so. It's a common sense role. It's, you know what I'm saying? Like, a man has
Yeah.
to work, like, some form of income. To just sit there and just take up space is just inhumane to me. It doesn't even make sense to me. You might as well just not call yourself a man.
Might as well not exist, right?
No, I said it. Like,
It's a bit much, but hey.
how could you literally watch the sun go
We
up
got 10
and
people
down?
in the chat. Can we get 10 likes from y'all? Can we get 10 likes? I'm gonna start taking up the like tithes.
I don't know.
We not asking y'all for no money. We just trying to get this algorithm working.
Y'all not doing nothing.
10 likes, please.
Tap the
guys.
screen.
We got 2 likes in here. That's not enough.
I
Somebody
agree.
just forgot. It's okay.
I agree with everything that he said. That's why I said you want me to give you scripture because I've
So
heard
now-
it multiple times.
Now you can look up subscription.
I don't
But
need
in
to
the
look it up.
meantime, what I'm saying, you got it on the dome?
Sure do.
Go ahead, say it
God
then.
said a man who don't work don't eat. He also said a man who don't work is worse than an infidel. Because if you can't provide for your family, you worse than somebody. You worse than a non-believer.
Don't look at me like that.
Not you. You just looking at me. I'm looking at her. She not a man. Actually, don't start. Please.
Hallelujah. Okay, so a
What?
follow-up question. What is the role of a woman?
I just told you she helped me.
She helped me.
Naturally.
Because people say
In the
that,
traditional world?
but go deep. Go deep, yeah.
No. I feel like, first of all, I feel like all women should be helped me. And when I say this, you're as a woman, if I bring something into the household, you should be able to multiply it. Right? All right. Great example. Before our time, 'cause
Back in
everybody
the
in
day.
here, yeah, we all young. Back
before,
in them
before
days,
Nakia.
yeah,
I'm just playing.
she not who. Actually,
That's why I said before Nakia.
talking. Back in the day,
She said she's not old.
you just
so
threw me off. Women were more
Sorry, we got it.
educated, so and men worked. So
true.
naturally, when men brought home the
I
money,
think that's true, right?
it is.
And no-
Women were way more educated.
Than
Back
what
then.
we are now.
No.
They were more educated
Then
than the
men.
men.
Oh, the
Yeah,
men.
right.
Okay.
So then men brought home money. All right, I'm gonna give you my whole check.
And
You
then
do
just
what you do.
distribute
You
the bills.
multiply. Yeah, you do the bills. You pay for this. You pay for that. You know how much money we have left over. Men didn't know.
Can't do that today, boy.
Who
No,
can't?
sir. No.
Oh, baby,
We just gotta be careful.
Oh yeah, if
Who
you
you
just
giving that
willy
check
nilly
to?
giving in your money, I can't help you. You a sucker. You got licked. That's your fault.
Well, it's
Oh.
lingo. You just hold on.
I'm sorry. I mean, to be honest. But back then, it was natural for women to take care of money. It was natural for women to be like, okay, I know we have to pay for this, and this. We have this much left over. Oh, yeah, I have to go get this. While the men just sit there, I worked all day. I got my food. She took care of the kids. That's it. Now, as it helped me, you should have all of those attributes, but it shouldn't all be forced on you. You should still be able to multiply whatever is brought to a household, whether it is finances, children, whatever the case may be. Because if I'm a man and I'm working and you want me to provide for you, you should be able to give me something back. Like Nakia said, it is a give and take. I can't just give and you just here. Because what I'm going to do with you? You're not helping. You're not doing it. You're not multiplying. You're
Pouring
not
into
providing.
a cup with no bottom.
Because
with the
if I'm
bottom
constantly pouring and I'm not seeing my glass filling on the other end, what am I pouring into? Essentially, I'm pouring into a hole or a well that's not going to fill up at all. So I'm going to stop pouring into you. All right. I'm going to draw back and I'm going to go see if I can pour into something else. Because I'm wasting my time. As a woman, you want a man to provide for you. You want a man to take care of you. You women, truthfully, in my eyes, I'm gonna say for me, I only want 3 things from you. I want you to be able to lead. I want you to be able to provide, and I want you to be able to protect. That's it. You don't really have to know of anything else. Everything else is a giving. I appreciate it. I'm so glad. Thank you for knowing all this other stuff. But if you can't do those 3 things, and I can't do what you want me to do, what are we here for? Why are we talking to each other? Because if you provide, protect, and you are leading me, but I'm not multiplying, I'm not nurturing, I'm not caring, that's what you want from me, I'm not your help me. I'm not your
You
partner.
like his kid.
Yeah, because you taking care of me. You taking care of a grown kid. Because honestly, and I've been there, if I'm working, cooking, cleaning, and I come in my house and you sitting on that game, you in that game going out the window.
Out the window?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Jaya, put the game up, boy.
He can play his game.
Okay.
But
Put a time limit on it though.
he fall asleep. I ain't got to. It's like that's why I'm like I don't. Where I was
Nikia, you can step in
then,
anytime you want
plus
to.
now is a complete difference.
I know you got some stuff to say.
Oh please.
I see her face over there.
But
Let me say something.
but it's as it helped me. You in my eyes, you're supposed to multiply. You're supposed to do exactly what you're here for. Help.
Yeah.
Just like a man. If I'm weak, you got to be strong where I'm weak. So as your other half or your better half, I should say, do I not have to be strong where you are weak? Like Nikia said, if you don't know how to budget and I know how to budget, you going to let your pride get in the way? Because then we're going to go broke. And I'm going to look at you because you could have just gave me the money.
So the stigma, like the
I
woman
agree
is
with
supposed to cook and clean. Do y'all believe in that then?
My husband cook and clean. We 50-50.
Really?
Who? Because what? If I say I'm hungry,
I'm
he
not
going to say
cleaning. I
what you
don't care
want
what
to eat.
y'all say.
Okay, I'm gonna keep it a bean.
Not just like,
Some of these men, like my cleaning and a man's cleaning,
It's
is
totally
two
different.
cleanings.
I give you that.
It's two different cleanings.
But
I ain't
it's
gonna lie
the
to you.
attempt. It's the attempt. I'm proud of you. You tried.
Like, you ever been to a single man's house? Like,
Yeah,
just
and
like
I
a single
never
man's
go back.
apartment? It's different.
It's nasty.
hmm
Y'all don't know how to clean nothing.
But then, like,
oh,
if they,
hold on, wait. You keep looking at me.
Because you're the only
What's
man in
going
the
on?
room, Ashley.
they be having little
Hey,
skip
I
bars,
don't
of
speak for every
stove,
man.
Yeah.
dry towel, be
Y'all don't
hanging
even
up
know
on
how
the
to wring your rag out properly. I
It
think
don't be
that's the thing,
given.
all men thing.
No, you
that
gotta
make
just
me
use
mad.
the soap without the red. Not just playing.
You wash your body without a washcloth?
I'm just playing. I'm just messing.
Ashley.
I'm trying to trigger y'all,
You
Nah.
sure
and it's
did.
working.
Because that was nasty. That's all I can.
I feel like the cooking and cleaning aspect is like,
But you ain't cleaning right. You gotta.
yeah, that I feel like
I gotta do it
could
myself
be-
because you don't know what
like
you're
what
doing,
you
right?
said, like wherever they fall is like where you pick up, I
Yeah.
guess. But as far as the cooking part, it's gonna be some men that's gonna get mad at me.
You can't cook.
Girl, I be trying my best. I be
That's
trying.
all. You trying.
Lord.
You trying.
Okay, let's tell you
trying.
something. If a woman really, really likes you, right? If a woman really wants to be with you, like me, I'm that person. Like, if I'm single, I'm going out to eat. I'm just doing me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be out cooking every night. If I'm a single woman, you know what I'm saying?
Who I'm
Like, I'm
cooking
just, I'm gonna be somewhere waiting for somebody to bring me some food. You know what I'm saying? Or take me out to eat, or just do whatever I do, right? But when I really, truly like somebody, I'm gonna get in the kitchen. You feel what I'm saying? I will get.
What?
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Tell
You can ask anybody that know me for. I'm gonna play. What I'm gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna be on YouTube cooking something up, fixing. Oh, this is what they
Figure it
did.
out.
Oh, ooh. If you really feel like you're really with somebody that you can really connect with on that level,
for you.
you're gonna want to do. It's gonna be something that comes naturally. You know what I'm saying? So all that. Oh, I gotta tell the cook. I gotta tell the cleaner. No, it's something that you want to do because you want to make
Yep.
the house a home for that man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's certain things that you're not gonna have to ask me to do. Now, if I
just
don't
do
like
it.
you like that, boop, boop, boop. Can you bring me a pizza while you're on the way over here? You know what I'm saying? I don't really care for you like that.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? But if I
Right.
really like somebody, oh, what you like to eat? Oh, he said he like filet mignon. Oh, baby, let me go ahead
Hey,
and figure
men,
some-
all the men out there,
We
take
finna
some notes.
Figure it out.
We get in
Yeah.
the game right. If she tell you, oh, give me a pizza, she using you. She
Yeah,
using you.
me,
Get rid of her.
It's
Because the man-
just I don't like you for real.
Yeah.
That's all.
Like
it is.
like if
Be
you
honest.
like little JJ, he always been on your phone, and you
Yeah, I don't wanna
little
talk
J-
to you.
I don't really want to talk to you, JJ.
You're not
but I'm
entertaining.
hungry, so you can
Having
go
a
give me a
bookie.
10-piece
Other
flag.
Who was it? I ain't finna pay you no attention. I'm not even playing.
But then when you met your husband, like you started probably like doing stuff like a
He
little bit
cooked for
different.
me first.
Oh really?
Yes. And I was like, I love you.
I said the same
right
thing.
then and there. Sir,
I said,
love
Jaya.
Because it shocked me that he knew how to
I told Jai, I said, I love you, bro.
cook. Why, y'all? Let me tell you
That
something.
boy can cook. That boy can throw down in
He
the kitchen,
can.
man.
Oh really?
Yes. And I was
I was so
happy.
mad when she took him away from me. I said, Jaya, where are you going?
The first time
I thought we were supposed to eat tonight.
He cooked for me. He cooked for me for my birthday because I wanted him to come out to a dinner because that's when we first started dating. I wanted him to come to my birthday dinner, and he was like, "I can't come. I gotta work." And I was so hurt. And then he was like, "You know what? I'm gonna cook for you." And I was like, "Oh, oh, you know how to cook?
Yeah,
sir."
fix that frown,
Because
girl.
If you don't know how to cook, I'm gonna tell you because I love food.
Oh really?
Yeah, so we not finna be playing games like, it was good because
Yeah.
you're cute.
And
But
the
like when you met
survey
your
says-
husband and stuff, like you started doing like the stuff that you normally wouldn't do for some people. Like you kind of went out your comfort zone and started doing like a little bit more, right?
For him, it's weird because me naturally, I've always loved to cook. So I'm just a very nurturing person. If I want to do so,
I'm not.
You're not.
No, not naturally. Not technically. No.
I am. I don't know
really
why.
like you.
Maybe because I grew up in a tough household, so I wanted that nurturing. I wanted somebody to be that loving factor, so I made myself that factor. So me naturally, it's like if I want to do something for you, I'm gonna do it. I need nothing from you. So with him, it was weird because y'all can do stuff for you, but it's like I really like you. All the stuff I do for normal people. Like I cook or clean for my friends, no problem. But for him, I realized I liked him when oh my gosh, and it's so weird because I know it's the stupidest thing ever. He offered to put gas in my car, and I got mad because I was like, "Why you want to put gas in my car? Are you trying to sleep with me, sir?" And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, people don't do stuff for me. I'm always the giving person." So when he offered, I was like, "What's
wrong with that man?
I don't trust you no more. I don't trust you. Something wrong. You too nice. You talking about God? You lying. Somewhere in the mix is wrong."
I get what you're saying. If
Something
it look too perfect.
Yeah, you look a little too
But girl, he
good
just
to
trying to
me.
put gas in your car. He didn't
do nothing. He didn't make no moves. Nothing.
That was that trauma talking.
It really was.
I
I'm
think
not even finna sit up here and lie. It was.
Get mad that he put gas in your car?
Yes.
Girl,
But let me ask you,
I know
Jamila,
you trying to get to me, sir. That's all
you
it
think
is.
you think it was more so that you actually liked him and you wanted this to work out as to why you really got mad?
But he didn't know I liked it.
Because any other dude, he just putting gas in your car. Oh, you trying to do this, but I'm gonna take that money.
Y'all sure is.
You don't care.
What you want? You ain't
But
gonna get
you
it.
probably won't even ask that question. See, there we go. Dr.
I
Phil
knew-
is in the building.
I knew it was coming from trauma because the first thing that came in my mind is this man want to sleep with me. And when I went, because he was like, "What are you talking about?" I told him. He was like, "What?" Because I put gas in your car. I said, "People don't do stuff for me. People not nice to me. Nobody nice to me." Because it's like,
Because you be checking people. That why they.
first of all, if I check you, you did something first. Let's just start there. Because I don't just check people for no reason. So actually, don't try to make it seem like I'm mean.
Look, there we go. See, no, the fuck.
But for me, it's like whenever somebody did something for me, I know you wanted something in return because it always backfired on me. That's why I just do stuff for people. I don't want nothing from you. I want to be that light versus, if I do something for Tamia, I know if she do something for me, I know I got to give her something back because that's how that's how I grew up. I don't know why I was put in that situation, but it was.
Yeah,
so when he
more
did
messed up people in the world than it is.
Right. So when he did it, it was like
real.
it threw me off because you're supposed to be a godly man. I wasn't it. I knew it was trauma because I kept questioning why you want to do nice stuff for me. People don't want to do nice stuff for me. That don't make sense. That's weird. You're not really nice. And as I got to know him, it was like, oh, this man really like that. I was like, all right, okay, cool. I mean, we'll see how it go. And after he cooked for me and we talked and we were the Bible study, I said, I really love this man.
Yeah,
I ain't finna sit up here and lie.
you had
I
that
love
one
this man.
meal. You was like, yep.
And it was so good. He never made it again. And I'm really mad.
Put some love in this. See, where the love go? What? Jai, what about that first meal you made? What happened?
Yeah, he didn't make it after. He started making other stuff, and I still want my Dominican chicken and rice.
Well, you remember that?
I sure do. I sure do. Because that food was so good.
Well, he heard it here. In case you forgot to tell him.
If he not asleep,
he probably ain't even watching it. Where he at?
I don't know. Probably the car, living room. Who knows?
That man
The
need
man
to-
is tired. He been at work all day.
Yeah. Well, Nakia, Shelby, y'all wanted to add on to that?
Yeah, Nikki answered. She said, "What's the role of a woman?"
Yeah, that's what I was gonna.
Men and
Can we
women roles, yeah.
define what is the correct role for a woman and the correct role for a man? Ashley, matter of fact, Ashley, you define for the women and let them define for
You
the
want me to
men.
define the role of a woman?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
come
she
on,
trying to make
Ashley.
it dicey. I do agree with, like, I've really been looking into Proverbs 31. So a woman is really, she has an entrepreneur mindset. Yep. Her role is to, it's really like what Tamia said. That is the simplest way to put it, right? You pour in and the woman multiplies. So it's just like the man gives the seed and the woman multiplies, right? So Abraham can't have all them kids if there's no woman. So he says he's going to multiply your seed and you're going to have a lot of children.
Okay.
But without that woman being the multiplier, you can't have that happen. So I would say the role of a woman is to take what the man okay, I'm speaking in biblical terms, but I guess like y'all might be looking for like practical. I would say the woman, it's like her role is to, first of all, you're going to be probably the first person to teach the kids. And I know the man that don't like disassociate him from being from having the obligation to train the kids too. But the woman is to nurture the kids. It's a special relationship that the woman has with the kids. And it does say that she is to, it's like it's not like a you're in this box and you're in this box, but it's like a direction that you lean in, because see, the man his role is to make the money, right?
Yeah.
But the woman should have a mindset to
Make money.
Multiply that. If she has to add on, but if you need me to pick this job up or whatever, she should be able to have that mindset to do that, right?
Shouldn't complain about that either.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a woman having a mindset. I mean, if a woman has a mindset to want to add on to make it, like if I'm making 80,000, whatever, and a woman want to add an extra 20,000 onto that, I'm like, bruh, what's wrong with that? You know, I would say the same thing. Like if my role is to make the money, then my main role can't be to be around the kids all the time, make every recital, make every karate practice, The woman has to be, I would say the woman's role is to be the one taking the pictures, taking the videos, you know.
So playing like a mother role, being more like sort of a nurturer.
Yeah, be more into her
feminine side.
Yeah, her nurturing, qualities.
She needs to be in her soft girl era.
Yeah, and it's not a on or off type of thing. It's like you're more on that side of the spectrum, and I'm more on this side. So with that, the thing that I feel is the problem when we try to isolate and say, "Oh, the woman has to do this," and I don't do any of it.
Yeah.
But I would say a role is like the pilot. I think that's a perfect example. The role of the first pilot is to fly the plane. But does the co-pilot have to fly sometimes? Yeah. So whatever the co-pilot is doing, it's not the pilot's job to do that. But sometimes he may need to lean over and be like, "Hey, let me help you with this part." You know what I'm saying? So that's I tried not to answer both, but I don't know if y'all looking like specifics. I don't know. I mean,
well, for me, for a man, right? I think, me personally, I think that the man, like you said, protect, provide, and what's the other one?
Lead.
And lead. Yeah. Yeah, I just think that a man is supposed to be headstrong, right? I feel like it is like somewhat of a partnership, but I feel like a man is supposed to call a little bit more of the shots. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I said, like in a tough situation, I don't need my man to fold. Like if we are together and we have a foundation and you are my husband, whatever tough situation is, I'm your partner. You got this. You got this, big bro.
Because I can't do it.
Now listen to what I'm saying. You got this. I'm here with
I'm
you.
just here to help.
Hey, let me get in where I fit in. But I would be honest. There's so many trash men in this world. So it's hard to find a real leader. And when I say a leader, it's like
very hard.
It's more than just a man saying, "This is what I said goes." It's like just in general, taking ownership, just thinking outside the box and stuff like that. It is hard to find a man to do that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And especially to lead you in the right direction. You get what I'm saying? A lot of men want women to be submissive. You know what I'm saying?
Are you going to give me something to submit to, though?
You have to. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I cannot submit to somebody that is going to lead me to hell. Do you get what I'm saying? That's going to lead me to suffering.
I hear Josh and Mike in the back snapping because you just said that.
Like,
keep snapping.
And I'm, but in a sense, just like you're gonna lead us straight to destruction. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And I do feel like it is a partnership, and a man does have to be open minded with a woman too. Yeah. Like if a man says, "Hey, babe, I feel like would be a good idea," but if I'm knowing in my head, I've seen somebody do ... It's
going wrong,
and this will not work. I feel like you have to listen to your partner as well. Yeah, you do. you're gonna make the decision ultimately. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you're the breadwinner, it's kind of like, okay, but when this shit fell, you got this, big bro.
I'm gonna tell you.
I always remember you got this.
Off rip. I'm sorry. I am one of those people. I'll ride with you till the end, but throughout that time, I'm gonna question you.
Not
you
till the wheels fall
You
off.
want to do this?
They shouldn't have fell off.
Cause
We should have fell off. We should have on real tight.
I'm gonna be 110% honest. I told him I would stick with you through whatever, but I want you to know something. If it don't make sense,
I will tell you.
I'm telling you. I don't care if it hurt your feelings. You randomly wake up. I want to be a rapper. Let's think about this. Let's just think about how far you gonna.
You're not gonna be a rapper boy with me at this big age.
Yeah,
after 25,
let's
that rap
25.
career, throw it away in the trash.
I give you the 21. She nice. I'm not doing it. You too old. You're done. You had all your teens to try to figure it out. It's not for you. But I'm gonna be like, hey, you want to try it? Spit some. Nope. Stop. We're done. You tried it. You tried it.
Everybody think they can rap.
I don't. At all. I know.
To me, you got bars. Stop lying. Drop that beat real quick, Nakia.
Don't drop
that.
Playing.
Yeah. Well, okay, so how about like as far as like if you gotta support if your husband has a dream, right?
I'm gonna
like
support you through it.
Like you want to be a rapper. Say right now, at 30 years old, your husband like, I want to be a rapper, babe. And this is his passion. Like this is his real passion.
Not Jaya.
You know what I'm saying? And he's like, babe, this is my passion. I'm not happy with my 9 to 5. I'm not gonna quit my 9 to 5, but I want you to go to my show, support me.
I'm gonna be
thanking the Lord that he ain't doing
Here we go.
Proverbs
31 said, "Open your mouth and judge righteously."
Cause what's that again, the kid?
He told the woman
judge righteously.
Say it again.
You cannot be a rapper. It needs to be a viable dream.
A viable dream.
So if he says, this is your husband, like he's trying to find, he's like, babe, I'm not happy.
Shelby,
I hate my job. I'm not gonna quit it because it makes us good money, but I want to go soul searching.
What is you searching for? Your soul still in your body.
Happiness. And it's like, this makes me happy.
I can't mentally. Honestly, I'm gonna be 110% honest. Because I dated somebody who's like, I want to be a rapper. The first thing and it came to mind. And I'm thinking to myself, I work 2 jobs, and you want to be a rapper?
And you want to spend the money on a studio time?
I said, spit something. And he said, okay, you can't rap. And he got mad. I said, I'm gonna be honest.
Dang, you told him that.
Who finna pay for this studio session? Because they not cheap. Oh, I'm gonna get a job and work. I said, so you will get a job and work to become a rapper, but you won't get a job and work to pay bills. We ain't gonna make it, big bro. It's done. We're done. Let it go. I can't. If Jaya walked in here right now and said I wanted to be a rapper, I'd probably laugh in his face, and I would feel so bad because the first thing that comes to my mind is, you better off becoming a sumo wrestler or something.
Hey, don't talk about your man like that.
He got the muscles for it.
If he want to rap, he can rap. He showed me some bars he spit the other night.
Or if it's something like it brings my husband happiness, right? I'm like, all right, babe, instead of you trying to become a rapper,
it can be a hobby.
I see that you got a love for music. How about we do this? How about we try to buy a studio?
Producing, something.
And we can start producing music. People that don't have talent like you could come in and we could make money off of them.
I ain't finna hype you
That's
up.
a multiple.
You don't rap.
I ain't gonna lie. That should be.
And that's what a real woman does.
That is what men need right there.
Yeah, because
and I ain't gonna lie. If he can't rap, then shut it down. You know what I'm saying? Cool.
Yeah, you can be a music
but
producer.
you have a dream for music.
So the way you just did that though, like
better than my response.
You said, hey, let's take this and add value to people's lives. So we can actually make this work. Like, you ain't got to be Luke Skywalker, you know what I'm saying? You can be Yoda. Because Yoda making money. All the people that want to be Luke Skywalker coming to him.
We behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't be.
And I feel like that's something that you can do too, like as far as like, and I feel like that's what, in wifely duties and stuff like that. But I personally feel like, if my husband has, like I said, if I see something's not gonna be, you want to do ... I'm going to tell you, like, that's probably not gonna work. We could find other alternatives. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would rather do that. I ain't gonna shoot your dream down. I'm lying. I am. I'm gonna tell you no. I'm a very blunt person. First of all, I suck at lying because my lies don't make sense. They always irrational. Let me just start. Let me just start there. I can't lie for nothing. So I learned really quickly. Just tell the truth. Even people don't like you. Just tell the truth. it might not be the way they want to hear it, but just be honest. So she said it nicer, because I'd be like, you'll be better off producing music. Don't ever in your life try that again. We're gonna try something else. How about that? You gotta give me a dream that's tangible. You gotta give me something that makes sense, because if you come to me with an illogical dream, I'm gonna look at you like you're crazy.
Yeah.
If I came to you and said, you know what, I want to shave my head bald, right?
Well, you already
And
know
I want to become a monk.
You ain't gonna be in
Women
my
can't even
podcast
become
role.
monks. Yeah, right. Women can't even become monks. So now you looking at me like, you really want to do that? That's how I felt when you told me you want to be a rapper. You see how yeah. No, we're not doing that. You know what? I think you'll be a great chef. If you want to be a rapper, or if you have a passion for music, let's find other outlets. You know, actually to help you on the spin thing. I don't know what it's called, DJ Booth. Yeah. Let's try that first before we go all in into a rap career, because I'm not going for broke. We can try it as a hobby first, and let's see if you really like it, because people change their mind like they change their clothes.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. People have different dreams every day, regardless of your age.
It's gonna be a hobby until you start making money off of it.
See,
so
if he's got a mindset to,
you can.
If he's got a mindset just to be a rapper and that's it, then it's like,
where are your goals?
How many seeds are you trying to plant? What you reap, you will sow. You trying to sow one thing?
It's not even that.
Why do people have that mindset that one thing is gonna take off? Like, bro, like, I understand being so dedicated to something until you make it work. I got you.
True.
But you can make more than one thing work.
If you're working on something for 10 years, give it up.
You know what?
If it ain't going nowhere. If it ain't going nowhere.
She's saying what I'm thinking. She just said nicer.
Yeah, I mean that's
all it is. I'm being so sensitive.
That's like true. Like I'll say this though, like if it doesn't
2 years max.
Yeah, if it doesn't go to the place where you can see like the potential in this thing, this it's not growing, the plant is dead, then cut that plant out and start over something.
You have to have. I am big on aspiration. I'm big on goals. You have to have some sort of drive. Your end result cannot be, I'm gonna be a rapper. Everybody can be a rapper, love. Are you going to be a great rapper? Are you going to be a platinum recorded artist? Are you going to be a featured artist? Are you going to turn into P. Diddy? What is your end goal? You can't come to me with an illogical dream, because I look at everything. I critique myself extremely harshly. So I'm going to look at you the same way, especially if you're my partner. If I'm looking at myself, this is an avenue, this is an avenue, this is an avenue. Oh, I can even do this. That's like 4 different streams of income with me just doing one thing. Yeah. And you come to me and you say, I want to be a rapper. I'm waiting on you to finish your sentence. Because
you're gonna be rapping burritos. What you mean?
What am I gonna do with that? You want to be? That's why I said it could be a hobby.
So here's my question for you. If you read anybody's bios that have made it, as we'd like the term, they worked something for 10 to 20 years. So you're saying, I'm going to give you 2 years now. Okay, let's take rapper off the table, okay? Because that was, we're laughing about that. But let's say he wants to start a store or something like that. Mm-hmm. At what point do you become a dream killer? What's the difference when you're a dream killer or you're a motivator? Because to actually starting his podcast, I mean, he's going to have to do this for a while, and it's going to take off. So you have to put the time into it.
You got to draw the right line.
So how are you guys determining the line for your spouse?
This is how I see it, right? And I feel like this is a good logic for me.
Don't you dare kill my dream. You get me? No, just play.
Kill your dream.
I got you.
My bad.
You're fine.
I want my husband to keep his 9 to 5. When his hustle is making more than what the 9 to 5 is paying, kill it. Now we can start working with something. Never quit your 9 to 5 though. Never quit it for me. That's how I just feel like. Don't quit it.
But if this don't go nowhere, what's the time limit on this?
You can do it for the rest of your life until you die.
Because I may not understand, I may prioritize it wrong.
But that's where
would you draw the line? Like, yo,
I would never kill my man's dream. I would just tell him, don't quit your 9 to 5.
Yeah, don't quit your job for it.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, say if his 9 to 5 is paying him $80K, right?
Yeah.
And his dream, he's only making like 13,000 off of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Eventually, let's just see how far it will go. 10 years, okay. If you're still making like 50K, but this makes you happy, and you're still working your 9 to 5, keep doing what you're doing. If that makes you happy,
Yeah.
I'm all for making the person. If I'm with somebody, I love you. So what makes you happy will make me happy.
Yep.
If it puts a smile on your face, cool.
I'm gonna be joyful.
You know what I'm saying? So just don't quit your 9 to 5 to
Pursuing
solely
that job, yeah.
do your dream. And if it flops, then we looking crazy. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Is that
Cause I don't.
Jimmy
I don't
Choo
mind.
or is that somebody else?
I don't know who
Jordan.
you looking at.
Oh,
Mine's probably give you.
But
Okay.
yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly. I don't want to kill your dream. Like she said, if you decide to open up a store and you working in that store for the rest of your life and it's bringing you joy, perfectly fine.
But make sure that you go clock in
At
for that
job,
man
yeah,
at 9 o'clock this morning, and then go back to your store and go and
and
handle
do
your
whatever you
business.
gotta do. Prioritize is my thing.
what's that movie? Y'all know what movie I'm talking about?
You just said what's that? movie?
Taraji.
Oh
Yeah,
my
'cause
gosh,
that's a perfect thing
it
to
is
talk
because
about.
that man worked really hard and she gave
Oh,
up.
What y'all think about that? Who was wrong in that movie?
She was
Because
What movie?
it's the
What's
movie
that,
that she played
Acrimony or
in the movie. Her husband
Brie, if
was
you in the
working
chat, then
on
somebody, if y'all know the name of the movie, bro,
her
somebody drop it in
husband
the
was
chat.
working on a battery and he had been working on it for years. And I guess within like them
see
being
that
together
movie?
for like 20 years, she gave up on
Well,
him.
let's get the scenario from Tamia.
Yeah, she gave up on him and she ended up leaving him. She said she wanted a divorce. This man ended up trying to fight for his wife. She didn't want to deal with him. She left him. She was making way more money than him, but he was pursuing a dream. His battery ended up working. He got a multi-million-dollar deal, maybe 2 years
but remember,
afterwards.
she ended up losing the house.
Yeah, she lost her house. She went through a horrible time, and she stalked him until she ended up dying on a boat or some junk. Point of the movie being, you gave up on him before God could bless him in whatever situation he was in.
Nah,
Here
hold
we
on.
go.
No,
I already knew this is a.
no.
But wait, do you get the idea of the
No.
movie first, Nakia? Do we need to break it down?
Yeah, I think I got it.
Okay.
No.
I didn't get the
Acrimony.
she died
The
on
acrimony-
she
yeah,
died on the boat part
was-
through me.
She
But
died because she tried to kill him.
She did die trying to kill him in his new wife.
She didn't like the fact that he got remarried because she divorced him
Yeah, and
because
she snapped.
he was not making it. She gave him
First
enough
of all,
time, you know,
Mm-mm.
in her mind.
I'm trying to get the words together before I just say anything crazy. But no, that man was wrong in the beginning. That man was wrong.
Okay.
That woman had inherited her house. She brought him in. He had
She
nothing.
did inherit her house. I forgot about that. Yeah.
She inherited her house. So that house was already paid off. I think it was something like he put the house up
He kept doing the mortgage over and over again.
Yeah, to where they ended up losing the house.
they did.
And that was the house that she grew up in.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that is where that man led that woman to destruction. You know what I'm saying? To the point where it's an unforgivable act. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't forgive you. Like,
so off the rip, he didn't have a job.
off the rip, he was broke.
He was
Okay,
broke.
we were in error right there.
Yeah,
already.
that's why
I don't think he was working at all.
He was.
He was only
working on his
solely
dream.
focused on his dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when she left him,
that
and
movie
he
hurt
did
me,
fight
though.
for her back, but
He
to
really
that point,
did.
it was like,
She gave up. She was over it.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now he's making money, and like you see, oh, he's this rich person.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm Taraji, and I don't even want to be with you,
finna kill
but
him.
baby, you gonna give me some money from.
You
this-
just give me
this-
my house back.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't pay alimony.
Yeah, I think he was wrong though, to where I'm suffering, bro. Like I'm literally depleted.
Fighting for his dream. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's almost
and
like,
my
why
family
did God
already-
bless this man? Well, I guess he didn't because he died.
You never know. He didn't die. She died.
She ended up dying. He died.
That man lived. He lived.
And Tyler Perry made this movie.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
Every movie she go through something really.
Acrimony. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really
Appreciate
good
you,
movie.
Asia.
I forgot about it, but yeah,
Yeah, I
said
think he was wrong. And I don't think it was
I
like
forgot
more
all
so
about that.
like,
That man was not working at all.
yeah, like you're not giving up on nobody. You gave up on yourself. You should have already been able to still. And that's where it goes back to me in the last video when I was saying, like, when you're with somebody, like, you have a family. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a partnership.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna want to be with somebody that can't hold up their end of the deal, and you're supposed to be the man.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? As a woman, don't nobody want to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and watch a man sleep on the couch. And I come back home and you were still on that same couch
I kick you.
that I came back on. I've been on punched you. What
I
you
kick
doing?
you straight off the couch. You and the couch to get out.
Yeah.
She got real bitter in the end though.
She did. But
I see why
was
she would.
scorned. Yeah, she was hurt. Yeah, and then somebody did point that out. She couldn't have kids, and the woman he ended up marrying, he gave her kids. So it was like, not only did you have kids, but you put me through a lot. Ain't got kids? No, we got
It's
these.
like she wasn't messed up for leaving, but then
No, she wasn't messed up at all for leaving.
but
It's
after
the
that
attack
though,
after,
like,
yeah.
it's like I get why you mad, but it's like
Ain't nothing that
that was
And then
messed up.
somebody is literally living the dream that you pushed so hard for this man and put up with his stuff for years that you just wanted him to be. And somebody else gets to live that life.
Yeah,
that's
but
it.
I feel like once
I ain't
he
killing
made
you
it,
over it.
he tried to come back to her,
No,
right?
he was already with the other lady by
He
then.
just
He
gave her a
was.
check.
Because he fought for her. He did give her a check. He fought for her, and she didn't want the check. I just thought about it. She ripped it up.
Yeah, she didn't want the check because it's like
She
bruh.
didn't want it. She wanted him where he
Ooh,
was.
it's that's a tough situation. I mean, in real life, this
I'm
man
not-
shouldn't have made it because, like, bro, it's like you handling things wrong.
Horribly.
In real life, I just don't
Priorities.
see that happening like that. But
Mm-hmm.
it's a movie for
Yeah,
a reason. Let's try to let's react to this clip so you can just pull it up on there. Yeah, man, it's crazy. So then you can go to the. Might need to turn up the volume on that
These
a
look
little
like
bit
quarters or something.
on the main actual dial. A little bit so we can hear. All right, let's see what y'all
Expects
think.
Alani to make us 30 workout meals for the week.
There's no way I should be cooking for 5 hours for some man that is fully capable of doing it himself.
What an extremely selfish statement. That's her role in this household. She doesn't go to work in this new family, so she is basically saying that she wants to sit around all day while her husband works. Here's a little secret. It's not about whether her new husband Jack can cook for himself or not. It's about pulling your weight in the relationship. In Jack's house, he works to pay the bills, and his wife takes care of the home. Imagine if he said that there was no way he was going to pay for the food, the rent, and the utilities because his wife has 2 hands and 2 legs, and she can do it herself. Ask yourself, if he can do everything for himself, what does he need you for? You just ruined the purpose of the relationship. It's the worst of both worlds. There's nothing you are willing to provide for him because he can do it himself, and there's nothing he can provide to you because you are so strong and independent. I guess the only thing in that situation that ties you two together is the kids. People who design their relationships like this, don't be surprised when you hate each other after the honeymoon phase is over. Just for contrast, listen to how the traditional wife
It was
Missy
5:30.
handles a situation like this.
Good.
I apologize because the only example of it.
No, that's okay. Did y'all catch all that or?
Yeah. At first,
Okay. You can go to the.
He threw me. I was finna say something.
Yeah, so you can. I'm not saying I agree. I'm just putting that out there.
Because he messed me up.
Y'all can
for a
comment
minute.
on it.
Now,
It's a lot of people out there that talk like this nowadays. Like the
that
men
is very
is
true.
in this
he had a
direction.
bold statement.
Some of
First of all, she threw me off talking about cooking for 5 hours.
5 hours.
Who is what? You know how hot that kitchen get after 30 minutes. I'm
Yeah,
not
5
cooking
hours
for 5
is
hours.
wild.
Boy, if you order Hello Fresh and go about your business,
To put it in context, this dude is a bodybuilder, obviously, and his
Yeah.
wife is used to that lifestyle because she cooks all the meals for him, all the food prep, and then she's coming in at like, whoa, like, nah,
Yeah, it was
Okay.
an episode of Wife Swap.
yeah.
oh,
So the wife,
see,
episode of
you
wife
gotta
swap.
give
Sorry, I should have said it.
context,
Yeah,
'cause
yeah, yeah.
I'm-
Okay, I
Like
get what you're saying. So, okay, it's wife swap. Okay.
Okay, well, then,
So they
You
swap
go
wives.
first.
see, that's weird. Because, first of all, why y'all a wife swap?
First of all, why they doing that?
Yeah, that's weird.
No, it's a good show.
It is,
It
but
makes me
it
fun to
would've
see people how
throw me
people.
off. You live in a whole
You see
different
the one with Dave
life.
Chappelle, but I ain't gonna talk about that.
Oh my gosh.
That's
But
funny. Anyways,
it's it's like looking at both sides. If you're not used to that, if you're used to being on the other side and now you're seeing how somebody else lives, you can't.
You'll never be able to get it.
Yeah, you'll never understand it. Not to mention, you can't talk about how somebody else live and run their household if you don't live that way. You don't know how their household works. So you not. Maybe his wife loves cooking for 5 hours. I mean, not me. But maybe she loves cooking for 5 hours. Maybe she likes to do that for her husband. That's just how their marriage works.
Yeah.
Your marriage, you may be the main provider in the household as to where your husband's at home all day. So it's you can't come at somebody.
And some people ain't never been with a bodybuilder.
Give for no. Cause
I got meal prep. Baby, you're doing way too much for me already. Meal prep, 5 hours.
I don't know about no 5 hours.
Meal prep for me.
This a big dude. This is for life.
Yeah, but bodybuilders, they gotta eat crazy like amounts of stuff.
That dude was big.
Yeah,
he gotta eat.
That's I don't talk about it.
But I ain't gonna lie, I do agree with what the narrator is saying. Yeah, because at the end of the day, okay, you don't work. You know what I'm saying? So you're literally in the house from sun up to sundown. Like you have you're not doing nothing else. Now 5 hours to stand on your feet to cook, that is kind of crazy. I get it. Like you probably want to clean up, do some more, but get back in that kitchen though. But yeah, you're not doing nothing else. And like he does say, like, okay, if you can't even do the basic, I'm literally handling everything. So if you cannot do the basic, which is to make a meal, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need you.
You're not valued to me.
Yeah, you're not adding nothing. You're not even adding the minimal.
The bare minimum.
You can't even add that. Like, yeah, I get what he's saying though. I ain't gonna lie.
What you think about it, Nakia?
I don't know. I think like if their marriage is set up that way, okay, they both know what they're in for. You can't, I can't yuck what, as the saying goes, I can't yuck their yum. But I just can't imagine meal prepping and being this.
Oh,
so
you
why
can turn
can't
the
we,
main one down again? My bad.
Why
That's
can't
the only
we,
video we're gonna use.
Why can't we get in here and meal prep together some days? Because they didn't say in the video if she had kids or whatever. Yeah. But again, because that starts to feel like a job and a chore, and then it gets into the territory where, as a human, you feel like a slave to something. So then that encroaches in you can get bitter, you can get angry, you feel taken for granted. All those things start happening internally. So we can't speculate because we really don't know.
God bless that sister in the chat, Aja Wilson.
I don't know. I just
like
for
the video,
me,
guys.
So I work from home, so I'm at home every day.
But you're working.
And I am working. Yeah. But okay, I'm here. So let me stop and get some dinner going because we're gonna eat dinner soon. So I have to, do homework. And yes, I'm here, and working from home, there's a convenience to it. Let's not pretend like you sitting here at the computer nonstop and you slaving away at your desk. That doesn't happen. Let's be honest about it. So there is some, leeway you can have, but I never want to feel like I have to cook dinner or I have to do this or I have to do that. I want to do it because I love my family and I want to take care of my family. But the minute we get into that where I feel like I got to do this for you or it's going to be an issue, that's going to be an issue for me.
Yeah. Can I say something?
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, but then it's kind of like this, right? Because I'm all for it. I look at both sides, right? If it's like, you said, like, I have to do it, I have to do it, and that's what the issue is. But that man has to get up. He has to go make the money. He has to provide for this household or everything gets shut off. So, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't want you to say, like, okay, I got to look at it as a job. Like, it should almost kind of be like, nah, let me start doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doing what he supposed to be doing. So, it's kind of like I got to get up and do this because this man deserves it. You know what I'm saying? If you providing for everything, I don't want for nothing. And I can go get my hair done, my nails done, get a new wig, and the lights is on. Oh, and we got food in the house. Yeah. We got enough to where I got to cook for 5 hours. Oh, you really doing your thing out there? Yeah, it's a job. It got to be a job for me. Because now it's like, I got to prove to this man, because it's a lot of women that would want to be in that position. You know what I'm saying? To where I don't have to go and pick up a part-time job. I do it because I'm bored. You know what I'm saying? Because this man has me. He has my front, my back, and my side, and we got kids. The kids got clothes on their back too. Like I keep saying, I'm gonna refer to it again. We're in an inflation. That's amazing. Kudos to that man. Let's give him a round of applause. Yeah. I'm gonna get up and do it. And even the days when I don't feel like doing it. Oh no, I gotta do it
anyway.
I have to do it. That man is out there breaking his back for his family. Yeah. And who's gonna get the first plate? That man when he get home.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
We're gonna fix Daddy his plate.
Always.
Maybe
and they go to bring it to him.
Yeah.
Go bring Daddy his plate.
The situation is definitely different than like most people. So maybe it's the situation that, you know, is doable, but it's like the narrator, I think he made it seem like that situation was like for everybody. And I think that's where the problem is, because it's like
it's not.
Most people don't live lives that way.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like that situation, yeah. Now if he's making that money, are you cooking all the meals?
I'm cooking every meal. I'm not doing nothing at home.
A lot of women
that's not
have
cool
a problem with that.
No.
Crazy.
You know what? And I had to learn this. And it might sound crazy. Jari said to me, I want to get to where you don't even have to work. If you work for fun, right? Never understood that because I enjoy working. So in my mind, you just want me to sit in the house, and now I'm sitting in the house.
You said work for fun?
Yes,
so
I don't.
You can work a job, be like, bump this. I'm leaving.
It's over with. Yeah. Now I'm sitting in the house.
That sounds
like
fun to me.
Why did he want
wish
this?
I could.
I don't know. I like doing something. So now it's like I'm sitting in the house. And I'm like, I ain't got nothing to do. Is this supposed to be fun? I need something to do with my life. I am losing.
I need to go find me some housewife friends.
Being in the house for me at certain times, it's like I'm at home. I'm chilling.
See a man
enjoying yourself.
A man, if he got money coming to his account already, he ain't got to work for it.
Yeah, that's y'all.
Play the
y'all
game.
Do nothing right.
Netflix and chill with myself.
I can't do that.
You know what I'm saying?
It's something about it. It's like I
go hit the gym. You know what I mean?
Go to the mall. You know what I'm saying?
But that, for me, it get
y'all
old.
ain't doing it right.
It get old. I don't know. I be
kids
bored.
to go see a movie. Go to what's that thing called? Open air. What's it called? The little bounce house.
Open air. They got a couple
Sky
of
Zone.
Sky Zone. Yeah.
Yeah, we finna go have fun on Daddy's
Now,
dime.
what if your man was a stay-at-home dad?
No.
And he didn't have no job, and then you had to go get the money.
You know what? Let me say something.
Wow, really took me.
I'm gonna be 110% honest. I do not.
Jai, quit your job.
Whoa, relax. Let's not play those games.
Hold on, what you about to say?
I do not feel like, and I'm being 100% honest. Some people may agree, some people may disagree. I don't think women should make more than men.
Okay, I thought you. I mean, that don't sound as.
No,
girl, bye.
No. I don't. When I say that, I feel like most women, not all, but most women in this day and age, when you make more than a man, you have extremely high standards, right? So if you're, me and my husband just watched the video on it, and she proved my point. We was watching something on Netflix, and her husband quit his job because she wanted to pursue her career in marketing. Now she's making 6 figures, but when she comes home, she talks down to him. She looks down on him, and the first thing that came in his mind is, "I quit my 6-figure job so you could pursue yours." And the role you're taking is technically my role. And he explained that to her. He's still respectful to her. She talked to this man as if he the scum of the earth. But he is raising your children. Naturally, a role that you're supposed to have. So you don't have that relationship with your kids. And you talk to your husband any kind of way.
And flag on the play.
That's it. I definitely.
You know where he went wrong? He should have kept his 6-figure job. And they should have hired a nanny. End of story.
She didn't want a nanny.
Let me tell you something. How you not finna be no stay-at-home man with me? Nah, you gotta go to work, bro.
I'm not stay-at-home man. I don't even.
You gotta go to work, bro.
Cause I'm gonna get tired looking at you.
What is staying
we
at
looking
home?
at each other? We both at home.
You staying at home? You staying at home to cook and clean?
It's not even that. When do I get to miss you?
Yeah, y'all like when the man doing the dishes. They say that's the most attractive thing to see.
Yeah, wash them dishes for today. Go out tomorrow.
She'll be like, ew.
Get out.
Yeah,
you washing what?
She about to vomit.
First of all, you might not even wash my dishes right.
Still got lasagna crust on the side of the plate. You for real?
It's like, oh yeah.
Oh,
Because soon to go to sleep.
y'all
I'm
wild.
gonna rewatch them dishes.
Y'all
I would
wild.
prefer.
Don't let me bring Jair here to me.
He can't. I'm gonna tell you right now. I said to him, Jair, ain't no way we can
y'all
both be at
funny.
home. Cause the first thing I'm thinking about is I have no time to miss your face. Get out. Get out. Leave. Go do something. We can be millionaires. Act like you got a job. Leave.
So is that true? Like, I mean, I would, I'll state my opinion. Like, I don't see how a woman, I say most women, they made me like a unicorn.
Mm-hmm.
Unicorns don't exist, but
Okay.
in this
It's a rarity.
in this whatever I'm saying, there may be a unicorn out there that if she making more money than her man, she will actually view him as the head. I don't see it.
I'm not even finna say
How much money? How much more money am I making than you?
From my research,
Like, am I a nurse and he work at McDonald's? Is that what we looking at, or like what?
it's like, I mean, that's one, but let's do something a little more, because that's extreme. Then it's like, why would a nurse wouldn't even pick a man that work at McDonald's. I don't see it happening. Like, as far as long-term relationship, nah.
Yeah, like a fun dude. Like,
Nah, that ain't happening. Now, a man picking somebody at McDonald's, that'll happen.
Yeah, because a man's natural instinct is to provide for that person. See, men don't look, you know what's funny? Men don't say you make less than me, you're lesser than. Women do that. Men.
Men do that too.
From your
men
income?
talk down to women when they are.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, naturally, men are providers. They find joy in providing. When a woman has to carry all the weight on her back by herself, we looking at you like, when you gonna help me? That's how. And it may not be everybody. I'm not gonna say everybody, because I've done it, man. You had a bunch of money and you treated me like crap. What I'm with you for? All right, because what? I can do everything you're doing. You just got more money than me. I have no reason to deal with you. But most times, when a woman makes, not y'all, throw that out there. When a woman makes more money than a man, and he is when the roles are flipped, right? Women, we looking like, I'm doing everything. I'm working. I'm paying all the bills. All you do is be at home with the kids. You're not doing much. Versus a man taking joy in providing. When a woman carries the load, naturally women are emotional anyways. So when we feel as if we're carrying more weight than you and we're doing more than you, it's kind of like, okay, I'm drowning. When you gonna help me? You're not doing as much. That's where that talking down and treating you lesser than comes from. It's not all women, but majority.
I'll go on record and say I disagree with that. Okay. I think that people talk down to you when they make more money, and let's be clear, the disdain that we have for traditional women is because historically men have talked down to women because they were the breadwinners, they were the providers, and the women stayed at home. So let's be clear that is historically a context.
I get what you're saying now.
But I think it's a power thing. You are beneath me because I hold all the power. I make the money. So because I make the money, I make this household run. Okay. So therefore, you bow down to my authority. So it's a power thing.
Okay, because I will say that a man would be more likely to pick that woman than the woman would to pick that man. But I do agree that you can't see me, Nikia. I do agree that they can run into we can run into an issue of being a dictator and hey, this is my house, stuff like that.
Dictating what, boy, please, I'll go.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why.
Boy.
But what would you do, like, if, like, not to say that your man is a dictator, right? But if he starts getting a little authoritative, a little conceited. Y'all want me to turn this on? Let me know.
It's a difference in
I'm just checking for y'all.
Okay. Oh, I know that pain. It's a difference in. Oh, we
almost died.
I know it, because oh my gosh, it's a difference in being authoritative and being a dictator. When you are authoritative, you hold some sort of leadership. When you're a dictator, your ego is telling you, I am better. You have narcissistic traits. Narcissistic traits. Your ego is telling you, I am better than you. You are my lesser than. You have to do what I'm telling you to do. Versus you taking the authority. You have some sort of leadership. So if Jaya says, hey, Tamia, I don't think you need to buy them shoes, hypothetically speaking, they $200. Let's wait. Versus me saying I want these shoes. Like, no, you ain't getting nothing until I say so. Hold on, partner. You could have said something totally different. You're instead of you telling me, lead me. Two totally different things, because I'm not living in a dictated household. I mean, I can't get them shoes, but if you tell me, hey, let's wait, versus you ain't getting nothing until I say so, I refuse.
What's the leverage that you have in a relationship is what I mean, like, because, and is it necessary? Like, because if you have a relationship where the man is hold on, I'm not trying to hear that right now. Sit down. So what is he losing? You know what I'm saying?
I like that. I ain't gonna jump straight with that.
It's a certain way.
That's funny.
Letting me
look, I don't like no dude that.
Well, when is he taking it too far? Like,
when you talk to me crazy,
I don't care. I take it far too, so I don't know.
Shut your mouth.
I don't know.
Shelby, be quiet.
I don't play it.
Okay,
that's lightweight. All right,
okay,
cool, whatever.
Who are you talking to?
That's like that. That's like that meme, like,
who is you
if your man making $6 million a month or something like that,
and
you take that beating, and he beat you.
I might shut up. It depends.
And then they end up with a black eye and counting money up like that. Yeah.
I ain't never seen that meme, but I probably be like, you put your hands on me, you going to jail.
It's just two different type of women in this world anyway.
Yeah, because me personally,
yes,
you can tell me to shut up without telling me to shut up. I'm not
gonna
be
lie. Like, yo.
I'm headstrong.
Yo.
You got to know how to come to me correctly. If you want to correct me, know how to do it. First of all, don't ever correct me in public around people. Don't do that. I'm not your child. Don't ever do that.
Or it's a way to do it.
Right, it's a way to do it.
Don't do that in front of people.
No, don't do it in front of people at all.
Not at all. There's no way to.
No, but I don't care. My family.
So that means you should conduct yourself to where he don't have to do that.
That too, but that plays both sides. I don't care who you are. You will never know what go on in my household. My family they have never known most of my relationships, because your 2 cents is gonna add problems in my household. So if we're out somewhere, let's say we go to a family gathering and I do something, Jara just like, I ain't with it, and he just, to me, sit down. Who you talking to? Now everybody
is act a mess,
right? Because the way you came at me was crazy. Because who are you talking to? That's beside the point.
But what now if it's like an altercation and he tell you that? And that's a whole nother scenario.
What do you mean, like
altercation?
Like you finna get into it with somebody. What is
you know what the last time I got into it with
jump in.
No. That can go left very quickly, because now I'm gonna want to fight them for you trying to jump in.
You want him to beat up a woman? Yeah,
I want you to love me that much.
That's not good. We need to pray for you. Not just playing.
You might snatch off me. Don't beat up. Cause man,
but I do feel like if it's two women that's about to get into it, I'm finna step in. I'm finna step in the middle. I'm be looking for, all right, where your man at? Cause he got to break this up.
My husband did it already.
I feel like men most of the times, if they're sensible, they will both get involved in, hey bro, help me out. You know what I'm saying? Got it.
Ridiculous.
But the women, though, I don't think most times they the same.
I'm not arguing with you, because I get upset very easily. I want to fight, so I'm going to walk away. I have sense enough to walk away. But the one time that I did get into altercation and Jaya was there, he said to me, let's go. The moment I turned around, he looked at me, he was like, it's not worth it. Let's go. When we got in the car, he was like, I don't ever want to see you that upset over something like that again. You did the right thing. You walked away. He didn't snap at me in that situation. You know what I'm saying?
So that was somewhat public, but he didn't
But it wasn't like you telling me, hey, get in the car. Because who you talking to? Now I'm mad at you because you start yelling at me. Don't yell at me. Don't chastise me. That's the worst thing you can do, because now I'm looking at you as an enemy versus you correcting me. There's a difference. I would prefer to be corrected than to be chastised. If I fly off the wall and I get mad and I get upset because I know me.
Some people like to be chastised.
Oh, well then, chastise.
So we need to find out. Whenever you said that, Shelby was like,
Yeah, don't chastise.
I like a little spice to my little. Okay, me, I'm the type of person like, I'm trying to say it because I know people are gonna watch this later on. So I'm
Yeah,
trying
they
to
watching it
word
right now.
Hey y'all, I'm the type of person I don't care about certain things. Like, and this is gonna sound really weird coming out of a woman's mouth, right? But like, I don't need a dude to kiss my feet all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want somebody to.
No,
I don't want a pushover.
I know,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm out of line, you know what I'm saying? Get me back in line. That's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like how you say, like, if a dude say, like, if you're like, get in the car, and you're like, who you talking to? Like, nah. I think me personally, I will respond probably a little bit better to you being like, get in the car instead of, no, babe, don't do that. Come on. Like, because now you being too soft. Nah, I need you to, but that's the type of, we might be females,
It
right?
is, yes.
Because I'm a little bit more naturally,
So many different types of people.
Yeah, naturally, sometimes I tend to come off a little bit more aggressive than probably like a girl like in her soft girl era. So, and I deal with, typically in my past, I've dealt with rougher men. You know what I'm saying? So I'm used to rougher men. You know what I'm saying? So a man that's like, oh, babe, no, it's not worth it. I'm not gonna respond.
Acknowledge it, yeah.
It's probably gonna be so not in my ear versus somebody to be like, get up, let's go. You ain't doing it. Like, I'll probably be like, somebody just said something. What just happened? You know what I'm saying? Oh, my man called me. Oh, okay. He said,
I gotta go. Bye.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, but that's just me from what I've dealt with. I've dealt with rougher type of dudes. You know what I'm saying?
What's crazy? I'm flipped because I've dealt with like rough dudes, and I'm like, why do you treat me like this? And I hated it. So with him telling me like, see, that's why I said when we have kids, I feel sorry for them because all he gonna do is yell at them and they gonna cry.
Jair, that's a tough dude.
Because it's like the tone when he gets serious, because he don't like being serious. When Jair is serious, it's like, yeah, we gotta let everybody just calm down because he a couple notches away from snapping. And I don't know what he like when he mad. I don't even want to see it because we not gonna get there. So for me, considering you, hey, get it out. Me hearing that, I grew up with that. So it's like you don't have to yell at me to communicate with me. I always hated it. Versus you saying, hey man, chill out, relax, let's just leave. All right. You got it this time because he said I gotta go. So when my man call, I'm gonna leave. But I promise I'm gonna get you.
if he said too soft, it
might not be today, but I'm gonna get you. Cause I agree with that. I don't want no man kissing up. I don't want no yes man.
I hate the yes man.
I want to hear when the kid is staying on this point because
she just in the corner laughing.
You know her man don't play, so we need to figure this out.
No, I think Jason's pretty even keeled, but you know he can get mad.
Yep. He sure can.
But I mean, I have a very strong personality, so I can't be with no punk. So it ain't.
There we go.
So I need somebody to match my strength and not be afraid of my strength. So you're not requiring me
to overpower you.
To diminish myself and diminish my personality and who I am at my core. So you're not intimidated by me, but you won't let me run over you.
Yeah.
There it is.
Like saying, hey, can you say that nicer? Can you change the way that you
man would ask
like you should be able to, you're saying you should be able to just take my blunt comment and filter it.
Someone used to say to me, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And I used to get so irritated. Because a lot of times,
figure out what I'm saying.
By the time I've gone around the mulberry bush to clean up this statement, I done forgot where I was going.
Yeah,
just let me say it. I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm trying to get the thought out so we can have the conversation.
Yep, there we go.
But if you're offended at everything that I say, we can't have the conversation.
We can't, because you know what's funny? People get offended so easily. I am not. Why are you so sensitive? Put some thicker skin on.
What were we gonna say?
Is we talking about like our man, or we talking about like relationships with people? Because them two different relationships. How I treat my man, like my man. That I don't talk to other people.
I think but y'all man.
No, see,
sorry.
How I would treat my man is not how I would talk to other people.
But you said that you need somebody to, hey, they
that's
gotta
my man.
check you. They can't be no soft dude.
Nobody will talk to me other than my man like that.
So
I won't even argue with a man. Like, that's not my man.
I'm not arguing with nobody.
Oh no, your man. We talking about your man.
Yeah, my man.
I
he-
promise you, when you get married, you will be arguing. Eventually, you will be arguing.
No, I know.
Y'all, two humans from two different perspectives. You're gonna come together, and you're gonna have to work some things out.
You are.
You're gonna have to work some things out. But I'm not. When I say, I don't mean I'm trying to get a thought out. I don't mean to say that it's okay to be disrespectful. I'm just saying I want to get a thought. If you know me,
You want to be blunt.
and we're together and we're in it, you should know that I'm not being disrespectful. I'm trying to get a thought out. So I shouldn't have to tiptoe around somebody that I'm in a partnership
That shirt
with.
is ugly.
Yeah.
That shirt match your skin.
Oh my gosh.
I'll see when my man start throwing comments out like that, I'm gonna look at him like,
who you talking to?
I'm like, what are we talking about?
Cause what?
I'm gonna walk away.
But I agree with Nakia. I don't want to have to tiptoe around you. I am a very bold person. It's not. I don't even be on purpose because I have been told multiple times, "Hey, you gotta watch what you say. Some people can't handle what you say." And the first thing come to my mind is, if you said it to me, I wouldn't got offended. I wouldn't care. But that's just me. Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. But not everybody is like that. Yeah. So I thank God for that, man. I need to be able to be like, "Hey, man, that shirt really ugly," and you be like, "Dang, what's wrong with you? What you want me to like?" I don't want to have to tiptoe around you like, "Hey, that shirt, I feel like you should get."
I like it, but I like another one better.
I'm not doing that. I don't like how that looks. It's not it. Let's change it up. And I want you to be able to talk
where
to me.
we're married. I feel like we should be able to tell each other everything. So
We should.
That's
your
probably
feet
a
like
question for the room.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. What's the question?
Should you tell your spouse everything? Everything.
Like every single thing.
Everything.
Nope.
Oh,
I got a whole life before you, baby.
I feel like I'm straddling the fence.
You gonna watch this too, so
I know,
everything.
but I'm gonna say yes and no, and I'm gonna say yes and no for
you gotta make sense of that. I don't know
Let's hear from y'all in the comments too. Should you tell your spouse everything?
One for yes, two for no.
Fast.
I don't know majority, but like certain things, like
I say, it's like that's why I say I feel like
it's gotta be vice versa. It's gotta work both ways.
Yeah, but okay, let me say this right. I tell you everything, but some stuff I'd rather keep to myself. Here's why.
Make no sense.
Because no, hold on, listen. Just hear me. That's why I say I'm straddling the fence. Right?
I'm gonna let you explain it.
Now, if I'm upset with you, I'll tell you I'm upset with you, but I'm not gonna tell you what I'm thinking in my head. Like you stupid, this, that, and the other, because I'm mad, right? But I'm gonna tell you I'm upset. I'm only gonna tell you half, if that makes. I don't. It's like. It's so hard to explain it.
Is he on here?
Jaya, please.
Oh Lord, Jaya, don't switch your answer up now. Jaya, log off.
Okay, let me say this. I will tell Jaya everything, right? But there will be a limit to what I tell him.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, she lying to you, bro.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't got no reason to. I'm gonna tell you everything, but certain stuff I keep for myself.
You keep saying that, and it's very hard for me to understand how you are differentiating.
Somebody help me.
So Susan just said, yes, because you don't want nothing to come back and bite you,
right?
Right?
Like,
nah.
I don't know how to explain.
I'm gonna be honest. Can I say one thing? Men are kind of like, and I'm so sorry to say this, but y'all kind of slow. So
no, for real.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Men are slow.
Y'all dingy.
Y'all ditzy. Very ditzy. Y'all be some blondes. And I'm like, oh, he went for that. All right, cool. I'm gonna roll with it.
Wow, really?
We're gonna roll the dice and we just gonna keep it going.
Dang.
See what happens next. Because men, if you tell a man something, rarely a man's gonna look into it. Rarely, unless like it's just a really insecure man or like something. You
keep don't look at me to me. I'm just playing.
I'm gonna just stare at the wall.
I'm just playing.
Or look at you because obviously.
But you get on me. Yeah, I kind of did see y'all are. Like I could do something and I'm like, oh yeah, Maya can vouch for me. And once they hear it come, especially Maya, if they hear it come out of my mouth, we in. Great. Like that's all we need. Just need a Maya to vouch for it.
I need an example of something.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes men's be ditzy, so it'd be like they're not really gonna really do their research about anything. But I feel like now you don't tell your man everything. You don't tell your man everything because it's certain things that your man just don't need to know. You have to have something to yourself, some type of privacy.
You need something for you.
And if you go too much into telling a man something, he's already done created this whole world about a perception about something when you was probably just trying to have a small little conversation.
You done made a whole story by yourself.
So that's the thing that a man does? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not even gonna, you know what?
Like if I'm like,
I'm just saying, let me clear all the way across the board.
Say if I'm like, oh yeah, me and the kid, we just went out for a girls' night out. That's it.
Oh yeah. You
know what I'm saying?
Now
so you gotta explain. You gotta
there.
explain yourself when you say that.
You know what I'm saying? But don't say, oh, we was doing whoop the wham and da 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 da, and then this person tried to do this and da da da.
Why were you there? What's going on?
It depends though. It's like you got you know who you talking to. Like if there's certain people I know right now, if they say we had a girls' night, I'm not thinking nothing. You know what I'm saying? But certain people I am thinking something.
I'm in my house.
But why would you be thinking something?
I wouldn't be I probably wouldn't even be talking to that type of girl if I was thinking something.
If you thinking the worst, you might want to do a reflection on who you do.
I would like to think I could trust my woman, not to, maybe in the beginning we can have certain conversations like, hold up. I got to get to know you first. So I don't know what that means.
Then that's understandable.
So explain that to me.
But
you know what I'm saying? I'm come chill like that. Ain't no reason for me to get mad because I might be tripping.
You know what?
Jerome, he bought me something at work. Okay, so
that backfired on
Jerome
me. One good
bought
time.
you something at work. What did he buy you? Cool. I don't know you yet, so hopefully you're okay with giving a little more of an explanation.
Yeah.
But if it keeps going like 20 years down the line, then maybe it's like, all right, I'm tripping.
And Jerome bought me a pack of Skittles from the vending machine. I don't need to go and report that to my man. For what?
You know what?
Well, I mean, if you tell me, then I don't know why you tell me.
I don't know why women feel like you got to tell your man everything. Like who you ain't like. Yeah, that's your best friend. You know what I'm saying? But it's certain things that are kind of triggering. Like you know what I'm saying? Like so, it's like I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh, Jerome just brought me some flowers at work. Now, boom, you want me to quit my job? I'll get them flowers and just throw them away, and that'll be the end of the discussion. You know what I'm saying?
So why you
and what's gonna come back to bite me?
Oh, if he buy you flowers.
What you buying me flowers for?
Like,
I don't want you.
Girl,
I probably would throw the flowers away.
Yeah,
and then I'd be like, Jai, some dude bought me flowers. Then he be like, who?
And then now Jai want to go to work.
Yeah, he be like, who is this guy? I don't even know him.
Or like he might have probably made like a comment or something like that, like trying to flirt with you. And now you go back and you tell your husband because y'all just pillow talking. And now you might come home and worked a little bit later, that shit about, oh, you was with such and such and them bought you some flowers, you know what I'm saying? Now his mind start roaming.
Like that, because I'm saying here like, what is
if it's somebody I know, if it's somebody I know and you say, hey, he said this, it was so, women be bringing stuff up like it don't even matter. He said this and it was so funny. He said, wow, he wanted to do something with me, and laughing. I'm like, who said
that? That's not, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna come at you with no attitude though, because I may feel it. But I'll be like, I can't believe he said, what did he say? Who is that?
I've done that.
Then I
brought it up when it
you don't figure out what I got to do after.
I don't. The only time I've ever brought something like that to Jair is if it bothered me. Because that's why I hated working at warehouses, because I was always over sexualized. I hated it. It's the most stupidest comments. And it's like, bro, stop talking to me. Yeah, shut up. It used to make me mad. And I would go talk to Jair about it, like, I hate this. I hate it so much. And I know in his head, he like, I really want you to.
But you get him. But then.
So I probably should have kept it to myself.
Yeah.
Because now he ain't got to worry about it because I still continue to work there. It's like, now I know what she dealing with. Now if she called me, I got to hurry up and show up at the warehouse because I don't really know what's going on. I might just want food.
Now, how much do you expect the man to tell you?
Tell me what you want me to know. Honestly.
Tell me what you want me to know. I don't want you to know what I was doing yesterday.
How much do I expect him to tell me?
Because you might feel like I was doing something else. And you're going to get mad. So let me not even tell you.
You know what? And I've done it before. And
let me lie about stupid stuff because if I tell you the truth, you're going to assume that I'm doing something else.
No, don't lie to me. I make up narratives. Jar said you made up. You had a conversation.
You just said men do that.
You do.
Interesting.
Maybe not you, but I've been around.
I think men do.
That be getting personal, ain't she?
I would admit to doing it because I have had a whole conversation with Jair and he wasn't even there.
Oh, I mean,
I'm not even.
We all do that though.
Right, that's why I said men do that. I done pre-planned it. Oh, so
if you don't do that, then you're not prepared.
Talking about this, yeah, but
switching.
You shouldn't. It shouldn't, be like that. In my mind, we done had a whole conversation. So when he walked in the house, I'm looking at him like, okay. And he's like, what is happening? What did I do? He don't even know. That's why I say, tell me what you want me to know. That's why I say I'm selective with what I tell him.
I do that a lot.
I
think
will
of
tell you what I want you to
relationships
know
like
to help
chess
me grow.
sometimes. Like
What?
conversations, I think of that like chess sometimes. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's a chess game because I don't want to do a whole bunch of moves and be lack energy and then be tired. I want to be able to let me think about it, do all my work thinking. So then when I come to the conversation, it's like, I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that. That's why I didn't trigger you. And I wanted to get to the solution as quick as possible. I have to have that whole conversation because, like, but sometimes when people don't think like that, they come to the conversation and they blabber and they say everything that's on their mind. And I'm like, bro, like, I be looking at people have conversations. I'm like, she's mad at you because of this, and you mad at her because of this. Now I know experience is different, and you're not gonna know until you get into the situation, to the relationship as much. But I don't know, like, how did I try to prepare for that as much as possible? And I know it's like you could be prepared forever and you're never gonna get there. But it's just like at some point I feel like people are not doing any preparation at all.
You preparing for a relationship that don't make sense.
I'm be honest. I don't expect a man to tell me nothing. I ain't gonna lie, like
that's what I tell you. Tell me what you want me to know.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I have at this big grown age, I have just finally mastered this. One, and this is on a biblical and a flesh standpoint. Men will lie. I do not care.
Everybody lie.
Everybody lies, but men will lie. I don't. And this is not coming from a scorned woman, a hurt woman, no nothing. Men will lie, and men will tell you what they want you to know. I used to be the girl like, I want to go through the phone, do other stuff. Child, leave that phone alone. Child,
I went through a phone.
I don't even want to. Just something.
Never again.
I'm not gonna leave you. I'm not gonna leave you. I'm so P now. I'll go through a man phone, see something.
Pitch in when you ready.
I'm sorry. I'm so P now. I'll go through a man phone, see something, and
that key is so unspoken.
I just mastered this. Like, just tried to master it. So it's
gonna go to the comments.
It is kind of bad to say this out loud, but it's like
no, it's not. I was just talking to my friend. I'd be delusional over that one.
Yeah, it's kind of like,
be honest, I'm 95% here. Like, I would be delusional over my husband. I love that man.
Wow.
Yeah.
If you tell me, I already made up in my mind what it's really gonna take for me to leave, and it's gonna take Jesus. I'm not even playing. I've already made it up in my head because I have had worse. I've never had better than what I got now.
That's beautiful.
So I said, I'm gonna be delusional for you as long as you don't embarrass me on the internet. I don't care because don't nobody know.
Yeah.
If I don't say nothing.
Wow.
It's all here.
I feel
as
like
long as I'm not embarrassing me. It'll be 3 years this year. 2 years. 3 years.
Go ahead, Shelby.
I just feel like this, right?
The kid
like,
finna shut it all down.
Somebody's probably gonna say something, but
Probably.
Like,
I'm gonna be honest. That's how I feel.
this is how I feel, right? I feel like now it's like we'll go searching and stuff. Like, for how much do I expect you to tell me? You're gonna tell me what you want me to know. You know what I'm saying? If I go looking for it, I'm only gonna hurt my own feelings.
There it is.
But most people, like, if you're with somebody and you truly love them,
But they commenting like a mug, boy.
you're not gonna leave that man. So why do all that? You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
And I'm literally just learning to do this now at this age. Like, I used to want to fight and do all this weird stuff and break stuff and hurt people, and you know what I'm saying?
I'm finally in the place where now I can actually trust the person that I lay next to. I don't have to worry about going through your phone. I don't have to worry about none of that. One, because, and it's crazy, because he taught me that you gotta learn to trust the God and people. You can't trust people. Flesh is flesh. Your flesh gonna be tempted to the day we leave this place. You gotta learn to trust the God and people. So if nothing else, I trust that, Lord, you gonna talk to this man. That's what I say. I'll be delusional over my husband. I'm gonna be 110% honest.
Yeah, like, I mean,
because that's the first man I've ever met in my entire life that actually sought out God. Jari did not want me. I wanted him. He ain't pay me no attention.
Well, he did not want you. He just didn't have a mindset.
He didn't have a desire to be with me. Right. Like, so in my mind, I'm like, you only wanted to talk to me about God. You didn't want to talk to me about nothing else.
That's why they call him money. He's such a businessman.
And that's all he cared about was money. Yeah, he still cared about that. But it's that's why I'm like, I would prefer. Honesty means everything to me. If you're honest with me, I can trust you.
Yeah.
But he's not. If he's not honest with you,
you'll
still stay with him.
I'm gonna still stay. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
that's why
you're gonna tell me what you want me to know.
But your fake honesty, don't let me find out you lying.
If you,
I'm still gonna say until I'm ready or until
To
you're ready
leave,
to
yeah.
leave, like, until one of us is ready to depart from this. You're gonna
honest,
stay as
I'ma
long
stay.
as you want to stay. A man can sit there and I will sit there and know somebody is
doing
lying.
it.
Like I will
Yep.
literally know you're lying.
And
I
so,
will have the
alright.
facts already in my head. Like I've seen this
Yes.
weeks ago. Like I know you're
I already
lying
know
to
you're
me.
lying to me. It's pointless for you to sit up here and keep lying. But
And
it's all right.
it has to time. I won't even just. I'm not even gonna call you out on the line. I'm like, all right.
You can get a lot of money for
All
ending that relationship.
right. Nah, it's
I'm
just
not.
like
No,
nah. Because if
you
it,
finna embarrass me. Are you crazy? Look at Krishan. Girl, you could have been dumb in secret. Krishan Rock, you could have been dumb by yourself in secret. You wanted to be dumb on the internet.
It's a lot of women that's like, yo, I'm trying to get that check. I'm about to
it don't
divorce
matter
this
if you
man.
being dumb. I mean, internet is wild to
It's
me at this
crazy.
big age. But I mean,
I don't
whether you
know.
being dumb on the internet or being dumb, just in the secrecy of your own house, you don't want to be
But
dumb.
you
about
getting a
that.
lot of his money.
I mean,
money.
but money
ain't everything.
Money ain't everything.
It's
money
not.
When you really want to be happy with somebody, like for real,
Money
for real,
is not that
you'll be with
important.
somebody for real.
Yeah, so I'm like, I don't care.
Let me
It's
hear what
sustainable money. You'll be okay.
Nakia,
Hello.
if you want to, you can do what you do. Read the chats however you want to do it.
Let's go to the chats. I'm gonna read them to y'all. I want to see y'all's reaction.
Oh,
Oh man, there's some stuff going on.
We're gonna go with
Real
Susie
bad.
Q says, you tell your spouse everything. It is better for that person to know the truth rather than finding out from someone else.
Okay,
Tell
if
them
you
everything.
used to be a stripper, right, and you was a prostitute, and he ain't know, and God told him to marry you, like he did Hosea, right?
Thank God I ain't Hosea.
And hold on, and God told you not to tell this man. Is it still right to tell him everything?
Why would I tell you not to tell
yeah,
I don't know. I'm trying to
if
come
God-
up with a logical reason.
If God said it, then hey, but you say you're not good at lying, so let's go to the next chat.
I'm just.
Okay, so
Why would God tell you
The
not?
devil is a
I
lie.
don't know. I was trying to come up with
Jordan Johnson listed Proverbs 17:27 through 28.
Amen.
The one who has knowledge uses words with restraint, and whoever has understanding is even tempered. Verse 28, even fools are thought wise if they keep silent, and discerning if they hold their tongues.
Hey,
Okay. I mean, y'all need to shut up. No, definitely.
I think she said earlier, no,
Wait, did
not
I-
it.
what I
You
said?
can tell them some things, but not everything.
You can tell them some things, but not
Yeah, you can tell some things, but not everything.
And Susie Q, if a man holds something back from a woman, he will have hell to pay. So it's not fair to tell your spouse everything. If they love you, they're not going to leave you.
yeah.
Didn't you just retract on your first statement, or am I missing something?
I don't know. I mean, because you got people that gossip, and it's like, do
Right.
you tell your girl everything? Because sometimes,
Right.
like,
So
That's
If
why
you
I'm
say,
like,
everything
okay,
about yourself.
so here's my
So-
question. So if you're saying you don't tell them everything, so if as you're getting to know your boyfriend, eventually they're going to become your spouse.
Right.
But in that getting to know you stage, you're saying, okay, how many women have you been with? What's your,
I'm not
what's your rap sheet?
yeah.
Do you expect answers to those questions?
I mean-
because I would expect answers to those questions.
I mean,
Matter of fact, let me be clear. I want an answer to every question that I
I asked you. Yes, I agree with that. Now, if I'm getting to know you, that's different versus what Ashley said. If I'm over here talking to Alexa, me, you, and Oreo saying kikiing, I'm not finna go home and tell Jared what we kikied about. But in the beginning, I told Jared everything. I'm laying it all out on the line, because if you choose to not deal with me later down line because you find out something or you know something, I'm gonna be mad. So I would rather me just tell you off rip. We can have a complete honest conversation.
She'll be like,
I'm not wasting my time because I want you to be honest with me. Now, if I'm kicking, I'm not gonna tell you what I was kicking about.
Yeah.
She'll be saying, "No, fam, it's a wrap." It's
you shaking
done."
your head in agreement,
Now,
right?
I do
No,
want.
she disagreeing.
I do want to
Say that,
mention.
not
Susie Q said something I think is important. When you are sharing with your partner, to not judge them. No one wants to answer your question for fear of judgment.
Oh no.
So if this is an open forum where I can answer you without judgment, then yeah, they're gonna want to share. But if they feel judged and ridiculed after they share, no, I'm not gonna tell you
I'm not
nothing else
telling-
after that.
Hello. Thank you, Nakia.
If we're in the talking stage, right? First of all, I just feel like certain questions I don't ever want to answer to. Like, who have you been with? I don't care. Who is you with now? Who are you dealing with at the moment? You still got a baby mother that you still deal with? Do you still like that? Those are my questions. Like the past, like you know what I'm saying? Like that.
If you got a baby mama, why you talking to me? Go talk to her. Go talk to her. Don't talk to. Please.
Yeah, that's like I really. It's just certain questions like things that are gonna make me insecure about the man. It's like I just wouldn't even ask.
You rather not know.
I'd rather just.
What you said? What the agent said.
Understandable.
Why is that important? I'm not asking how many people you've been with.
Yeah, I don't want to know that.
Is that what you saying?
Yeah.
I didn't ask.
So
I don't think I asked. I don't know.
I think it shows two things. It shows you the kind of person you're dealing with.
Mm-mm.
Yes, it does.
Mm-mm.
I am sorry if you got a rap sheet. Long as one of them CVS receipts.
Not CVS.
I don't because he might have.
It tells me that you at certain point in your life had no discretion with your body.
Yep.
Okay.
That directly affects me.
But
so
he
yes,
change.
That's true.
I said at a certain point in your life, you had no discretion. I need to know your journey because here's the thing, we can talk big and bad, but at a certain point on your journey in marriage, who somebody was comes up again.
Yeah.
It'll show itself.
But
and
Shelby
trust
said
me,
she not worried about that anyway.
It will show itself. You can say you're not worried about it, but when it shows itself in little ways and little areas, it affects your current situation.
Yeah. So like if my husband had the rap sheet, like he used to, be out there.
There's people
you know
that's got like
and like say if we
300 women on their sheet.
There are people like that. You know what I'm saying? But me personally,
especially if they making money.
You get what I'm saying? So me personally, like, shoot, it's dudes that don't got no money and got a lot of talk and game that got 300 on their rap sheet. You know what I'm saying? So, so I'm gonna say this, right? Like, if I'm with the dude currently and he's 100% like it's a monogamous relationship, I know that he's being faithful.
It's not.
I don't. Okay, might not.
300 women.
But I'm not leaving.
No.
But listen,
statistics. No, sir. 300 women. He is not going to tell you who he talking to.
Okay, and I
realistically,
but
that's
me
the
personally,
reality.
I wouldn't even want to know because if a dude was to be like, Shelby, what's your rap sheet? None of your business. It's me and you right now. Why are we even talking about the past? So if he was to give out a crazy number, all that's gonna make me do in my mind is be like, who was before me? Oh, why didn't you work out with this girl? Why didn't you work out with that girl? No, So
that's not a good thing to.
Yeah, that's not even a good thing to even.
Is what you're saying.
To even be in my ear, you know what I'm saying? And if I'm at an event and I see you and it's a girl that you used to mess with way back in like college or something like that, you'll think that girl, she ain't got nothing on me. I'm the wife. I'm the one with the ring. You know what I'm saying?
Essentially,
I
that's
wouldn't even care if you was to get that girl.
What is it called?
a hug.
Polyamorous.
You better not touch her.
That's essentially what that is.
I'm not.
Essentially, that's polygamy.
That's not.
Because the man is definitely gonna be polygamous.
But
no,
he ain't gonna tell you.
Let me comment on something real quick. Now, that's why I agree with Nakia. I told y'all everything, right? So because like she said, your past could just randomly come back, and you didn't tell this man nothing. I had no choice because I dealt with psychopaths. So in my mind, I'm thinking I'd rather you know now than we be out somewhere one day and some dude walk up on you, he want to fight you for no reason. You like, I don't even know you. Yeah, but I know her, and I'm like, we ain't been together in 3 years. I'm confused. Right. I don't. I'd rather you know the truth versus me holding back from you because I want that from you. That's why I say I agree with Nakia. Because she made a very valid point. You can keep it to yourself, especially being married. I don't know. I want you to tell me everything because that does show me the person you used to be to who you are now. That does show me the self-control you had then. Because if you used to be a drug addict, I want to know that versus you not telling me you used to be a drug addict. Because if I come home and you laid out and I'm looking at you like,
I want to know if you were selling your body for a dime bag.
I need to know.
Oh, yeah. See, that's different. Different.
I want to know. Don't lie to me trying to be, I'm holy, I'm saved now. Nah, you might slip up, buddy.
Never mind.
Yeah.
But this what they say.
I'm not feeling it.
But look, this what they say though. They got
You feel
They got setups. They got setups where the man and the woman. I need to see myself. They got setups where the man and the woman have a relationship, but as long as the man don't bring no kids home and no diseases home, they good. And just don't tell me about what you did on the tour bus.
Nah.
Who? Sir, I'll blow
I'm talking about high value people.
High value?
I don't care how your value is.
Like
I
economically.
will blow that building up. You go
You
stay
gotta
with
think
that
about it
woman.
like this, right?
What?
All right, and this is not me saying
I'm delusional,
you know,
but not that delusional.
all right, this is not me saying this is not me saying this is good, right? Now, when you speak about high value men, now
Most people that's
you
expected.
are now this is a whole nother category. A high value man is in the 1%.
Very much
So
so.
a 1% is somebody that's making over $150,000 a year, something like that.
Physically fit and all that other stuff. Yeah,
you
he
know what I'm
has all
saying?
the attributes that women.
So
tend
this
to
is more
want.
than just money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're meeting like a certain height standard, a certain look standard, all that stuff, right? A 1% is hard to get. You know what I'm saying? So women are literally throwing themselves. These are
At that
the
one man,
rappers.
yeah.
These are the ball players, the athletes. These are
Yeah.
these men, right? You got to be realistic with yourself.
I ain't gonna be with you. 'Cause I'm
And
selfish.
that's something that you need to do in the dating stage. Like, are you able to mentally be prepared for that type of stuff? Now, am I saying that that's the right way to go about it? Like, just don't bring no babies and no diseases home? You can say that, but you probably are going to be crying later on in the back of that Rolls voice. And now, you want to do that, then that's cool.
Yeah.
Because some of us, let's keep it real, we've been crying in Honda Accords our whole lives. So,
That Honda Accord will get you
that
somewhere,
Honda
though.
Accord, yeah.
It
You
works.
know, those
Got me from
people-
point A to point B.
Yeah, whole
Them
Cadillac
Honda-
converter be off. You
Them
know what I'm
Hondas
saying?
are stepping up, though, ain't they?
I mean,
stepping up with them Hondas.
they hold
They getting there.
in a Subaru. Yeah, you gonna
I had a Kia, so
nah, the Kia boys. I'm straight on that.
that's how I was like.
But I'm saying,
They say there was some lady, this girl Lila. She talks about like abortions and stuff, the abortion topic. She said it's 92% of polygamous relationships end in divorce. I don't know. Like, I was trying to look up where the statistic was, but if that's the case, then that's a big problem. And
It is.
the Bible is definitely on, one man being one woman becoming one flesh. So anything outside of that, not even like sin, like obviously, Christians, we don't agree with that. But the problem is, statistically, you're going to have things that show clearly that that's a big problem. And I don't know, maybe the few that show on TV that they're working out, people point to those anecdotes and say, hey, well, they did it, so that means we can do it. And it's like, bro, we don't know how many people got divorced, how many people are really upset. Those people that are the small minority that I say that are high value and make it look like it works stand out, because it's not a lot of you don't see that everywhere you go.
So I see this. I hear people talking about this high value. What is high value? What is that?
It's just a term. It's like everybody's going to describe high value a different way personally, but society wise, it's high value like economically and like
economically and physically.
Money.
Because I only heard Kevin Samuels saying it.
Yeah, because he
different too. I like podcasts like Fresh and Fit.
That's who I learned from.
Fresh and Fit.
Yeah. And I never understood it, but now it makes so much sense.
And I didn't agree with the stuff that they used to say.
Yeah.
I hated Fresh and Fit.
I did.
I hated them so much that I actually tuned in to watch them. And then
they found out later something.
a simple illness with them at one point. But when they started really breaking down stuff and they started looking at how they view women, and this goes back to even traditional women, because I think Fresh is like, he's some type of like Middle Eastern or something like that.
He is, yeah.
Yeah.
And Fit is like Jamaican or something like that. And this goes back to, because they're considered 1%ers too, because they make very, very good money.
They're physically fit. They're above 6 feet tall. They have they're in a 1%er is statistically it's what women see as the top tier man.
Yeah.
You're like 6'5", you make over $150,000 a year. You're physically fit. You don't have any kids.
Yeah.
You have a nice
like
house.
the
You're
bachelor
together.
lifestyle that all women want to like kind of deal with. But long story short, though, like they even talk about on the podcast, like what they look for in women and stuff. But yeah, like 1% and stuff like that. Like,
what do you
and
bring
they even
to the
said
table?
They even and what they bring to the table, but they even said straight up, they was like, they're not going to be with one woman. And the woman is going to have to understand that. And if you cannot get with the program, because there's so many women throwing themselves at them,
they bring up Solomon, they bring up all these people in the Bible to say, oh, well, they had multiple women.
Yeah, and Solomon perished.
What's that other guy, Andrew
Tate.
Yeah.
I can't stand that man. Oh,
no. I didn't like Andrew Tate either. Ugh. But Andrew Tate actually does love women. I got honestly say he loves women.
Does. It's just
his way of going
about it.
That's what
he love him a different way.
Yeah, because
he go about it really different way.
It's like it's kind of seeming disrespectful when he talks sometimes. It's like, sir, shut up. But I can understand your point. It's just the way you present
the thing about Andrew Tate. He says some good stuff, right?
He do.
And it motivates people, and it's
probably the wrong man.
It's like the way he speaks, it almost seems robotic. Like, how can you possibly? I don't get depressed. I can't do that accent. I ain't gonna try. I don't get depressed. I got Bugattis.
Yeah.
Like, right?
Bugattis,
I don't get depressed ever. I can't afford to be depressed. Like da. It's like, bruh.
He acts like
that's motivational.
Yeah,
it's motivational.
But it's not always
bruh,
the
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's like. Like, I don't see any weaknesses. I've accomplished everything. Bro,
Sir,
I mean, hey, I'm not here to be no hater. You know what I'm saying?
I would let somebody like Andrew Tate lead me. And that sounds so crazy coming out of my mouth. But yeah.
I don't have a problem with like his
nobody obnoxious can lead me.
The personality
that ego.
No,
you got to go.
But see, I promise you, I didn't like him at first, but then he was saying stuff like, you got to watch the videos when he speaks highly about women too. He said he's here to protect and provide. Like, he even said, in his tone, it's kind of like mean, but like,
how many women can you protect and provide for? And
all the women that you can afford.
For?
I cannot.
All the women that
but
you
I'm
can
talking
afford.
about like emotional support for.
You can't do that.
Multiple women.
It's hard because you because women are emotional.
Men do it every day.
And if they get jealous, like, wait a minute, you've been spending a whole lot more time with her than you have me.
When you met this man,
that's also true.
But it's still like realistically, they say they okay when it starts, but then when they in there, they finna they've been. But I guess they'll just cry and they'll just stay with the man because they don't want to be with nobody else.
I'm sorry.
Anybody who stays with a man who treats them like that does not value themselves.
That's just
period.
And I agree with
You do not place a high value on yourself if you can be bought.
No, because
if you can be bought, you don't care about yourself. If you don't think you deserve one man to love you
and just
solely and be committed to you solely and provide for you solely, then you place a low value on your needs. I'm sorry.
That's what I can't.
And they don't believe that there is a such thing as a high value woman.
That's the problem. Because how is there a high value man but there's not a high value woman? That makes you can't have one without the other. Because now you're condescending. You're a hypocrite. So it can be 1% of you, but it can't be 1% of me. That makes no sense.
You know,
yes there is a drastic ratio considered. I think it's like 7 to 1.
Because high value women aren't trying to take care of men.
Men, right? That's understandable. But for me, I agree with Nakia. Mentally, I cannot lay next to you knowing that when you get up, you was gonna go do the deed with another woman, and I gotta sit here and be like, yeah, I got a Rolls Royce. Bump that car, bump this house. I can deal with a man who got way less than you, and I know he'll treat me better. I refuse. I just can't do it because you're not giving me your time. You're not loving me. You're loving what I can give you physically, and you can get that from anybody else. So if you don't see something in me to where, yeah, I want to be with her and just her, we ain't got no reason to talk. Because if I wanted to be with, money don't mean nothing to me. You can't die with it. What do I care for it for? Things are tangible. I can wake up rich tomorrow and lose it all the next day. Don't matter to me. It just
don't matter.
I mean, it matters.
Yeah.
Why did we lose? Why we broke?
Yeah. Dang, we were just rich yesterday.
But it's like,
I think we all have a different balance as far as like kind of where we lean, and some people just they can't see me, Nikki. Some people have a fantasy mindset where they want Superman and they want him to be
you can't want Superman and Clark Kent.
You know, you can't want, you gonna get, I say you can get both, but you getting I don't know. They just want like somebody impossible, you know, with all the statistics, and then they want somebody that's not gonna cheat on them too.
Yeah.
Then it's like, all right, you're in fantasy land. But I would say this. I'm not saying it's impossible.
So
when I say fantasy land, I'm talking about.
Are we saying that someone can't be a 1% or high value man or woman and be monogamous? Is that the narrative that we're saying?
You're looking for a unicorn.
It could happen, but I mean,
it could happen, but it's rare.
When it happens, I would still say, if the people that
These
are
broke men
underneath those 1%ers
Just
that ain't got nothing, they cheating. Then
The
it's
broke
like
men
the
cheat.
man that has complete options to all these. It's like you have got to have some type of realistic mind. Like, yes, if you now there are certain cases where y'all started out monogamous, y'all got y'all's values, boom, boom, boom. You grow to that state. Oh yeah, that's more likely. But it's just when women have this. If you making $500,000 unless you a bum and you gotta have this 1%er, like you're not even gonna know how to pick the man. Like that's a 1% now. I'm talking about 1%. First of all, 1% is already such a it's 1% of the whole population in the United States. And you want this man, first of all, it's gonna be so difficult just to find him, period. And then to say he's monogamous, then he wants you.
Just you only.
So
when
hard.
You can have
That's
a million other women.
Now 10%, you know, your chances to get a little better than you. Like they got this woman calculator.
50% of the cheating.
They got this woman calculator, and I'd probably be interested to see like
Don't calculate
how everybody does. Like, where's your man? Now, some of us already good. You know what I'm saying? You got your man, so you good. So you found him. You know what I'm saying? But like I don't even know if I can pull it up. I don't know if y'all would even want to do something like that.
What is it?
What is it? The female delusion calculator.
Oh,
I broke the scale. I already told y'all. My delusion go to a certain degree.
Wait, what is it?
It's a female delusion. I can't pull it up on mine.
Look, somebody text me.
Let me. You can. I'm gonna send it to you because mine isn't working.
Because I already told y'all where my delusion in. You not finna say
It shows you the percentage of
go out here and do this.
Delusional women in the world.
No, it shows you like how likely it is for you to find your man that you're looking for based on what your minimum is or your minimum requirements. Can you pull up you can pull it up on your phone because for some reason mine isn't working.
If you don't have service, I know.
I mean, you can pull it up on
Not
there
even
and then go to the reaction screen. No, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
Okay, female delusion calculator.
I just gotta make sure it's the right one. So, you want to do it, Shelby?
That is
So,
hilarious.
I don't want y'all to know how
do my
delusional I
quiz real
am.
quick.
We don't keep it a secret.
I'll be back.
Okay.
She gonna do hers. Okay. Well, you can put it on main until you come back.
I am crying.
But anyways, if you feel it out, you're
We're
gonna
gonna keep my
find
delusion a secret.
you're gonna find out that it's gonna be like a 0.27% that you find your man.
I found them.
Yeah, it's gonna be, depending on some people like, oh, I just want a black man. You can broaden it by saying any race, but then you say he got to be this tall, he got to be 6 feet, like that's the minimum.
First of all, I can't say he got to be nothing because I'm an inch taller than my husband.
I mean, you already found your man,
Yeah,
though.
so that's why I
so
said my
you don't even need to
delusion
be
is
playing that game.
Done. Yeah, we finished. It's a wrap. It's over.
But once you play the game, you can be like, I got a 5% man right here.
My delusional score is 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5? What's the percentage?
1.6%.
All right.
She found it though.
That's from the Census Bureau, so that's like real stats of people in the United States.
There is a 1.6%
That is crazy.
chance. See, they don't even know what they're talking about because I'm married. Hi.
Well, that's probably because you put unmarried person, right?
No, I put married.
That is hilarious.
Married people? But you put just white as the race, or you just put any race? Other?
Just anybody.
Oh, okay. Because you put other, I'm like, that's like a biracial person or something.
Mm-hmm. No, other can be, what is it? Whatever.
I'm like, Tamia, what in the world are you saying, girl?
I don't know.
I feel like I was gonna add something about this is what I was gonna say. to all the red pill people. And I'm see what you think about this, Shelby. Like a man, he's looking for a woman to be his wife. He doesn't want to, oh, I want a traditional woman. That's what he says, right? So would he want, like, if a man is looking for his, like, I say his woman of I have to say high value woman, because it's not just economically. Like, a high value woman is somebody who's traditional, right? In the red pill mind, that somebody that's traditional, somebody that'll cook every time you come home, you can, all of that, all the way to the top, whatever, clean the whole house, So that would be the ideal high value woman, right? So in order to find that, do you think the high value woman would be someone that would allow him to be with other women? Would you explain that? Would you think that would be a woman that would be worth having?
So are you asking me, does being a high value woman come with him going out and cheating? Letting him cheat
and not tell you about it, but just letting him do what he wants, or have multiple women that,
Nah, I don't think, I wouldn't say like high value. I'd say dumb. But I mean, everybody's dumb for somebody. So, and I'm not saying dumb like in a mean sense. I'm saying like I said, everybody's dumb for somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ever had somebody that you really like and you let a lot of stuff stretch with that person that nobody could ever play with you with besides this person? So no, I don't feel like that's high value though. And I feel like if you have somebody that does all that stuff, like she cooks, she cleans, she makes sure everything's straight in the house, she's your high value woman, you shouldn't even be comfortable cheating on that type of person, because why would you want to lose somebody that brings such value and such peace to your life? Why would you even risk it?
I feel like a woman that will not allow you to cheat has more standards.
She has more standards, but I feel like men
that would show. They can't see me. That would show in other areas of their lives.
What?
Like a woman that will not allow you to cheat.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they're adding certain value. Like, yeah, you can go find some girl that will allow you to cheat and cook and clean and But it's like, it just, I don't know. I just, maybe it just, my Christian mindset turning on. But it's like the standards that like her letting you do. It's like, do we want a pushover as a woman? Is that attractive?
Yeah,
it's like, that's very weird.
That's what it is.
So So
I don't know how people can see it as attractive.
Because men want to do what they want to do. Men want their cake and eat it too, right? So,
but you can just be unmarried and just sleep with a bunch of women.
It is a lack of self-control.
Yeah, like
that is all
like
of
that, though.
Infidelity. A lot of times boils down to a lack of self-control. Yes, there are symptoms. There are symptoms that happens in relationships, and this and that and the third. But at the end of the day, someone didn't have self-control.
I feel like men like it more though. Like, just think about like the society that we live in now, right? Most of the time, it like if you catch a man cheating every time, right? Every time you catch him, he's gonna eventually get sick of you because you always catching him. Like, bro, she always on my, she always on me. Like, she always riding my back. Versus the woman that acts oblivious to it or turns the blind eye and doesn't give him hell. And every time he comes home, he's not arguing with her about a different woman, because at the end of the day, he's going to go do what he want to do at the end of the day anyways. So he wants to do it in peace. So a wise woman once told me, if you ain't going to leave that man, let that man cheat in peace. So don't, in my opinion, like I said, like, if you're not going to leave him, why raise all this hell every night about a different woman going through the man's phone? You know what I'm saying? I might go through that man's phone, see that junk. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm not going to wake him up out of his sleep. I'm not leaving. He not leaving. Boy, let's go to bed and turn around and talk about. We might never talk about it at this point.
I'm a raise
until you're prepared to leave that person. I feel like it shouldn't even be a discussion.
I'm raising it.
So what do you value?
Okay, you're gonna raise hell, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna keep raising hell with this man.
Oh no, I'm gonna raise it and you're gonna leave. That's what I'm losing.
Is he gonna permanently leave?
You gotta go.
Is he gonna permanently leave?
Are you gonna permanently change?
We don't know yet.
Then I don't know if you're coming back in my house. What? That don't make sense to me. I just I can't. Maybe because I done dealt with it. It's like I done dealt with being delusional to a point where it's like I don't care no more. I already know you're doing it. I already know. I don't want to do that. I can't do it no more. I can't. I'm not even joking. I can't because I know mentally I was not in a good place, knowing that I'm doing everything that she doing, but the only difference is you just want to sleep with her. What? Go be over there. If you want to be happily cheat in peace, happily pack your bags.
You probably don't want to be with her.
Pack up that. Well, go be with somebody else because you obviously don't want to be with me. Because you knew what I wanted when we got here.
Okay. I get that back.
Okay, it'd be different if I was like, all right, it is what it is. But if I tell you, this is what I want, this is how it's going to go, either you going to do this or we just not going to be together. Because I'm going to lay it all out on the line.
So if he cheat though, okay, so say your husband, if you ever catch your husband cheating, right?
I'd probably kill him dead. I'm not even finna sit up here and lie because I know it'll hurt.
All right.
I know it'll hurt. It'll hurt me so bad.
But in all realistic, we're gonna be, I'll kill him. But in realistic times, if you catch your husband cheating, are you leaving? Or are you gonna stick it out and make it work with your husband?
It really depends. I'm not even.
It's like he could be okay with it.
I appreciate that honest answer. Go ahead.
It depends, and I'm gonna tell you why, right? Because we had a conversation about it, and we were because I told him I hate that. It bothers me. He was like, that's when he told me you gotta trust the God in people. Because there are so many factors that plays into a married man cheating, right? Mm-hmm. Because you could also be withholding the deed from your husband. Like, I'm not going to sleep with you because I'm mad at you. So now it's like, girl, I got this drive. I got to get it out. What? Now the devil done sent some woman to tempt him while you holding this animosity for no reason. You're causing strain on your marriage. That's why I said it depends. And I'm going to be 110% honest. I said to myself, Lord, I love this man with every fiber of my being. I ain't never been happy. I've never had somebody to physically lead me, not only to you, but in the right direction in every way possible. The only way I will leave my husband is if he have a child on me before I have a child, because I know it'll break my heart.
Ain't before you have a child.
Yeah.
Because that's something I want. I've desired a family, my own family, since I was 13. So for me, it's like the easiest way for you to break my heart is for you to give somebody else something I don't have. You already gave her your body. I could possibly forgive you for that, but how many times do you want me to forgive you?
I'll smack him for you if he ever.
Because knowing me, since I love you more than I've ever loved anybody else, it's like all right, you did it the first time.
I'm just playing Jaya.
Okay, you did it the second time. Man, this the third
second time. It's third. Wait.
You see, but that's just me. I can only speak for me. I can't speak for somebody else.
I can't.
Okay, so I get what you're saying, because even I think in a marriage, infidelity happens. You can't just say, "Oh, willy-nilly, I'll throw this away." We can say,
I can whatever,
when I was single, I'd be like, "Oh, ain't no," but you grow with somebody, you build something,
that's what I'm saying.
And then indiscretion happens. Mm-hmm. Now we ain't talking about no repeated. Now, you said 1, 2, and 3. I was like, hold on now.
Because now it's a push.
But something happens. You have an indiscretion that first time. If it can be put back together and both of you want it put back together, then try to work it out and try to put it back together. But there has to be changes on both parts. For whatever reason that made him stray, if there were some things going on in the marriage, that needs to be resolved. Or if he just got some problems, we got to be honest.
We got to figure out what the issue is.
And figure out and move forward. Now, you are not repeatedly finna disrespect me. That just can't happen. Repeatedly disrespecting me, there's a reason why you're repeatedly having indiscretions. There's something there.
Yeah, that's scary, because then you got to think.
Because I'm not sitting there, I'm not even lying. Because I look at marriage as what God showed me. So I try not to be like, because I'm so used to planning for the worst, and I'm trying not to do that. That's why I said I'm going to give you chances. Because I'm used to you cheating. I'm done. I'm not going to deal with you. But I'm married to you. We're not dating.
It's scary because then you got to think, how many times...
I don't know. That's why I said I don't know. Because it could be the first time. And I'm
how many times are you going to allow... It's like the more you allow it, the more it's like you either submit to him doing it, or you're going to be delusional and crazy and still be like...
I can't do that
That's
to
how old
myself.
girl ended up on the boat.
That's true.
Whoa, yeah.
From whatever that movie was.
Acrimony, that's true.
Yeah.
Because y'all said she was on the boat trying to kill her.
She and was.
Well, they showed one moment where he cheated in the beginning, but you know.
Yeah, but you forgave him.
He was faithful till the end. No, just like he just didn't have no money. He didn't have
That's
no.
why I said I
he had
I
ambition,
don't know.
but it was like, bro, you're
can't
not
say I
doing this logically, no.
That's why I told myself that, but I honestly don't know the truth, cause it could waver. I could wake up one day and then he come to me and be like, I tell you something, I cheated, and I'm like, bro, I can't do this. I done put my all into this. It's but then
tough
again,
because
I could forgive him and be like, I don't know. I can't say because I have not been there. I pray it never happened, but you don't know.
it's tough because
So
you
it's
gotta
like
walk away, and walking
Women ain't
away
walking away the
hurts
first
too.
cheat. That's cat. Women ain't walking away the first cheat, bro.
I ain't.
Women don't walk away from their boyfriends on the first cheat. I'm not walking away from my husband on the first cheat, bro. Like that's
what I said. I don't know.
I'm not walking away.
I don't know.
Okay, what about if mental health issues? Your husband, I don't know, becomes bipolar. He
getting
nuts
aggressive.
up. No, not violent or anything like that. Just you dealing with a mental health issue, something you never thought you'd have to deal with.
I'm praying.
He just bipolar. That's it.
Bipolar, schizophrenic, whatever, just a mental health. He depressed. You know what? We'll bring the level down. You're dealing with.
She said, "Pop that pill.
Pop that little daily pill and let's finish the rest
Put it
of
in
the
his
day
food
out.
or something.
Yeah.
Not put it in his food.
Put it in his
I don't
food.
know. I've been around a schizophrenic person, and it didn't affect me as bad as I thought it would. You have your episodes. I didn't been around somebody with PTSD, so I don't know. It's mental health. I mean, if you end up in a depressive state for like 3 years, I'm gonna have to pray it out. But at some point, I might slap you and be like, "Hey man, if you don't get up, I ain't even been depressed that long. What you still crying for? It happened. Let it go." I'm very honest.
You gotta calm down to me.
Cause it's like I don't know. I know me. I give a lot of
looking
chances.
so serious.
I'm dead serious.
Oh,
but
man.
I give a lot of chances. But when she said mental health, that's different because I've dealt with depression. That's why I'm like, how long you gonna be sad? One, you got Jesus, so you gon' what? Who you praying to?
Nah, depression is real, bro.
It is because I've been there, but you can't hold on to that forever. Because it's a reason you're depressed. So either you're gonna try to seek out that reason to get somewhere, or I don't know.
If my husband depressed, we'll go through it together.
We're gonna go through it, but I can't let you sit there for that long. You can't be depressed for 3 years. We're gonna have to pray this out, shout this out, praise this out, fast this out. Something's gonna happen.
Then you come to be saying that you're depressed. Like I'm like, all right, let's look up therapy. Let's look up church. Let's look up stuff that you like to do, things that made you happy in your childhood.
Oh yeah, of course.
You don't gotta be. We're not gonna sit there. The minute you tell me I'm feeling like I'm mentally depressed,
we gotta do something. Yeah, because that's sitting in depression is.
But I'm not gonna leave my husband because you're depressed or you're schizophrenic. I'm not leaving you.
Yeah, how many people like that off just because?
But that's the pep
like
talk.
that on the street.
That's the pep talk that you gonna give him. Hey, we ain't finna.
Oh,
you
no.
gonna be blunt with him.
Oh no, my man. When it comes to our job, I be soft. I'm really.
Oh, okay.
He different. See, with him, I love you so much. You want me
But
to make you cookies?
That's who we talking about though. We talking about your man.
If he came to me and be like, to me, I'm depressed, I might cry and be like, why? What's wrong? What we gotta do to fix
See,
it?
then both y'all depressed.
No, I'm not.
How y'all gonna fix it?
I want to make it better. So I'm gonna lean towards the stuff you like. I'm going straight for whatever you like. Let's not be in the house. Let's go try different restaurants. You want to travel? What we doing? Because I don't ever want to see you in that state. Because if it affects you, it's gonna affect me. We are now one. We together for the rest of life or until whenever.
It's tough, yo. When the man start breaking down and then the woman like, oh God.
I ain't gonna do that.
What we gonna do?
If you don't have no reason to cry.
Yeah, if the man break down, just start crying.
You gotta have a reason to cry.
He feel defeated.
I'm gonna be nervous. I'm like, dang, we might go down. Whoa. Cause like I said, I deal with some hard dudes. So if you break down, crying,
but he depressed.
Boy, it's something weird.
But just lay your head on it. He'll get back up.
That's hilarious.
But in front of you though, it's a lot different than him doing that behind doors.
Boy, this is different.
Doing it in front of you instead of him being behind. That's what Andrew Tate said. Andrew Tate said, if a man cries, He's weak. He's doing it for attention.
What?
Every time. Why is he crying? Why can't he? Why is he crying in front of you and
I don't
all
agree
that?
with
And I
that.
was like,
In order for you to cry in front of me,
I
you
think I saw
gotta
something
really
like
be
that.
going through
But
something.
he said something.
that's like his recent.
He said, imagine a
crazy.
man being the leader and he just busts out crying. Everybody gonna get nervous. I said,
I probably like, what you crying?
Sure,
Why you
man.
crying?
imagine he's
If
the leader
Jason
in the
start
whole
crying-
relationship, he just starts crying.
If
If you
Jason,
have no
if
reason to
Jason
cry,
start
I'm mad.
crying, Nakia, I'm telling you, this is too hard, man. We're not gonna make it.
What you mean we're not gonna
He
make it?
start crying, break it down, Nakia. What you gonna do? Oh,
Child,
it's okay.
Bruh,
It's okay. We're gonna make it.
you got to get it together.
that's different. That's why I say you gotta have a legit
We-
reason to be crying.
gonna
I
do?
need to know why we're not gonna make it. Okay, what has happened?
What's wrong?
What has transpired? A, B, C, D. Give it to
He
me.
is breaking down.
And if
I'm
we-
nervous.
If we can't figure out a way through after you done
What are we
broke it
gonna
down,
do? Like,
I'm crying too.
upset.
I'm crying too.
You gotta have a
The
legit
leader,
reason.
imagine.
The woman gonna be doing the same. Oh no.
No, for real. I'm not gonna lie.
What we
If you
gonna
break
do?
down and just be like, it's over. Why is it over?
I can
I'ma
imagine
lose
Giant.
it.
It's over to you.
Because he's never
gonna
done
do?
it before, so it's gonna mess with me mentally. Like, what?
Crazy. Yo, it's
This,
over. What we
this
gonna
is
do?
it. This the end. We
Yeah,
can't do
Giant
nothing
boy.
else.
We were actually recently in this situation with my job.
Jason was just crying.
No,
I'm just
he
playing.
wasn't crying. No,
Oh,
I was
Lord.
the one
Breaking
having.
down.
I was having a breakdown.
Oh man.
I was like, "What are we?" Well, because for me, as much as I try, my self-worth is tied to me working. That's how I. That's what I value about myself. So it's really a struggle for me not to work.
Yeah.
I mean, I started breaking the cracks started showing. So I was having a meltdown. And then, he was talking me down. And then I was like, it seems like you're not buying. He was like, oh no, I think about it too. And I was like, really? He said, both of us can't be doing this.
No, for real.
So,
Oh my gosh.
and I was like, oh. Because for me, it felt like I'm worried and he just la-di-da. And I was like, oh, so he was like, we both can't do this. So I have to be strong when you are having these moments. And I have to be strong for the both of us. So I was like, you know what? Keep up the good work.
Yep.
But his moments can't be like yours.
Right.
No.
No. Now, I've already had this conversation about a man crying.
Yeah.
How you feel about it?
Luckily, Jason ain't like that.
No.
So,
I
so he can't cry in front of you?
There's a certain
can
type of
gangsta
crying
tears.
that I will allow.
Yeah. Say it again.
There's
Some
silence.
gangsta tears.
Yes.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
but
'cause
you
why
can't
not
full on be weeping.
Unless you're talking to God.
Now I'll allow some prayer.
Yeah.
I'll
there we
allow
go.
some intercession.
But not too many.
But-
like, what you mean?
I can't. I
When
don't
you
know.
start hyperventilating.
That make me feel weird. I
Why
can't do
you
it.
dry heaving? I probably start laughing. I'm so sorry.
hyperventilating, snot bubbles.
I wouldn't.
Oh, bro, and he don't
wait.
care.
Oh.
Bro, you doing snot bubbles? You don't even care.
I am never. And
Snot bubbles?
That's wild.
No.
I probably.
He over there.
You need to cry with dignity.
Say, bro.
Seen a man. Never mind. Shut up.
You done seen some snot bubbles?
I have never. I wouldn't know what to
Shelby.
do.
I'd be disgusted. I'd be so disgusted. Like,
If women can cry and let
Pick
themselves
yourself-
go
no.
without like,
Amen.
you know, but a
If you
man,
are
yeah.
crying that hard, you need
Hold
to
on,
go
y'all.
to the
Ashley, we zooming in. You snot bubbling?
No, I ain't snot bubbling.
All right, man.
I tell you this. I tell you, if I do it, I got tissue. I'm making sure I get my own tissue. You know what I'm saying? I got my own tissue. Now we can ask Jair if he doing them bubbles.
A snot bubble?
No.
I'm
But-
not being funny. A snot
But
bubble?
I got tissue in my hand. I got my head covered up. Ain't nobody gonna see what I'm doing. Or my brothers is around me. Not no, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no women coming around praying for me when I'm in that type of
This
with
is
God
prayer.
though.
I'm talking
With
about
God, though.
an emotional state a man is in.
Did somebody die?
A snot bubble?
No.
I would never.
I mean,
I've seen a snot bubble
you
on
talking about
one man
technicalities. I'm
before.
just saying
Oh.
practically, you know. But no,
It's either God or devil.
it is hard for me to I'm about to say see myself. It is hard for me to it's hard for me to cry. sometimes it's like a poison in my chest. Sometimes I'm like, bro, it would be nice to be able to get that out, but it don't happen sometimes. It's got to be the worst thing happen to me, or me just go through the same thing. Like, bruh, it's like every day I can't. Like, I don't know how y'all release y'all's tears that much. I can't do it. Like, it's got to be like, there's moments where I felt like, yo, it's over, and I'm talking to God like, you know, ugly face by myself in my bed, right? That happens once every blue moon, and it's got to be tough. You know what I'm saying? But it be stuff I be upset about, and all I can do is.
I feel like a man.
That's the worst.
Cry.
I can't go to tears.
Like a
That's
man
it.
can cry. Like,
I feel like a man can, like I said, at the
You
cry,
can't
like
cry
you know,
worse
you just
than
got a little tear too.
No, I can't.
If you cry worse than me, we have a problem. I am nervous. That's why I say you got to be about God or somebody had to pass away.
But I feel like
I
some of the
understand
stuff.
that, because if when the kids say Jay said we both can't break down. Jared said that to me before. I start crying. I said, you don't care. You just walk around nonchalant. You got no emotion. And he was like, what we gonna do? Both of us gonna be out here breaking down.
Okay.
And I was like, you right.
I do believe
You
that
gotta
some of that Andrew Tate said, I do agree somewhat that a man sometimes when if he's showing emotion too much, it can be a show. And then you got to be like, wait a minute. Like, cause sometimes I be like, bro, I want to throw something, but it's like, that ain't gonna help. Like men are more logical, and I say analytical, more like logical, and they think of, you know, they're more about what they think.
Yep.
You know, and for them to get mad and be emotional like that, it's like, bro, you gotta watch out for that type of dude.
I wish
a man shouldn't be doing that. Like,
if you
he has moments, but temper tantrums and stuff like that.
I wish you would very much. I wish you would throw a temper tantrum.
It's a sassy apocalypse.
Has self-control.
Why are you mad? What are you two? If you don't get yourself together. Because if I come in the house and I start hyperventilating, dry heaving, crying because I'm stressed out, what you gonna say? Me too. I'm sick of this. Then I'm gonna look at you like, what is your problem? What? Now we both in here looking crazy. Who gonna find the solution? Because I'm emotional. I can't find it. Yeah. I'm being irrational right now.
I want to ask this question. What temperature should the house be? What's the magic number?
73.
72.
I'm gonna say 68, just so you know, don't nobody think nothing.
Ain't nobody paying the power bill at your house.
You said, wait, what'd you say the temperature would be?
73.
73?
Yep.
What'd you say to me?
I'm
She be suffrage. I said, we doing it my way. Or
no. That's not the
Right.
case. Honestly, I have free reign over temperature. Okay. The problem is, in my mind, I know this gonna sound so irrational, but it makes so much sense to me.
77.
If I'm cold, the fastest way to get warm is to turn the heat all the way up. If I'm hot, the fastest way to cool down.
I mean, I feel you like in a car or something, but like your house temperature,
in my house,
that's different.
Honestly, I have learned to let
Jair,
him do
you need
it.
a nest. Lock down.
Yeah, I say I'm gonna let him do it. In the car, I'm okay. If he,
You got to hit the temperature before you come in the house.
I'm gonna let him do it because in my mind, 68 is cold, 75 up is hot. I'm not even joking.
So 73.
So why you don't put the
72.
temperature anywhere between 68?
Y'all are talking to somebody who just said if you cold, you gonna warm up faster if you turn it all the way up.
Yo, Jair, we gonna pray for your salvation right now, bro.
We doing 72 and you can get a space heater.
Yeah, you.
I said that you better off controlling it because playing with me, our bill gonna be sky high. That's why I said I need a heater and a fan because I will be totally okay. Honestly, I'm from the hood. I'll use my blow dryer to warm up. I don't need nothing else.
Oh yeah, you cut different.
So cool. Because if
what about the oven? That's a good one.
I've done that, but that's
we're not
because
doing that.
I was bored.
That's ratchet.
And I was in the kitchen. I was in the living room, and I didn't want to turn the heat on. But honestly,
You can't be with no man if y'all.
If we gotta turn the oven on, I'm with the wrong person.
It's the wrong person.
If we gotta turn the oven on,
I didn't have to. I just did it. I don't know. I used to stand in front of the oven as a kid, so I don't know. I'm weird. I'm very weird.
We got to turn the oven on because he ain't paid a bill. I'm with the wrong man.
What if you got an electric stove?
I will say this,
So then you can't
and
eat
a
on
lot of men might not like what I'm about to say, but Ephesians 5:25 says, "Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it."
Why would you not like that?
If you willing to lay your life down, you should practice letting your woman control the temperature.
Don't let me control nothing.
I learned that from Mike Winger. I know that sounds crazy.
I would like to go on record and say that Jason temperature shames me because I'm always cold.
Now we're gonna speak.
Right.
We're gonna speak
And he
about
temperature
temperature.
shames
Right?
me.
I feel like I'm anemic. I'm gonna be 100%. I am
But
freezing all the time.
I'll bring the
So I need
the practical sense into it, just so it's not like I need to be able to see myself. I'll bring the practical sense into it because it's like this. I'll just make it more general because I know a lot of people gonna be like, nah, bro, we ain't feeling that. So men are generally.
I said
Usually I'm good with my words, but generally supposed to take on more of the sacrificing role, right? Because if somebody gonna be like, I'm gonna kill you or your wife, it's like the man gotta be like, this is my day. This is what it was for. This is why I was made to die today. All right. So that's why I say the temperature. Just like I brought that up because like as far as men, you know, hey, my woman, I'd be like, bruh, you gotta do your part. You know what I'm saying? So I would just say, like, obviously, like a good compromise is cool, but my job is to make sure that you're good. But if you're a type of woman that don't care if I'm good or not, then it's like, nah, I wouldn't do that for you. You're not my woman. But I would rather suffer and stuff like that than for you to suffer. That's just me. I feel like, you know, biblically, like that's one place I would give it to y'all. Like, but then we're gonna talk about the stuff where, you know, y'all might not like this next part. So I gave y'all that. But then let's get into stuff like let me not just say it out like that. No. I mean it's simple, but it's like, okay.
My bill used to be high. I don't control the temperature no more.
Nah, we pretty much got that. Let me see. Good or bad about okay. I say this. What is the good and the bad about like career women?
The good
I'm a
is that
career woman. So what you mean? What
We
you trying
already-
to say?
We got to see when you said it, Nikki.
I feel like artists said my piece.
the good and the bad to me is probably like, all right, the good, I can say a lot of good. It's like
It's a lot of great things.
yeah, like she's not a bill, like you know what I'm saying? She adds to the pot. So she's more head driven. She probably she knows how to get it. If times are hard, she's not gonna fall too hard, you know what I'm saying? And she'll help you out. I feel like the bad is like people don't like a headstrong woman. They don't like a woman that says what she wants, knows what she wants, and doesn't really rely on nobody. So you can't really boss her around. You can't really tell her what to do. You know what I'm saying? She might, depending on her personality, have a rebuttal for everything.
Boss lady.
And that's what they said, the boss chick, like the girl that's like, you can't tell me what to do to the other stuff. And they are the women that they say tend to end up single because they're so you can't control me and not submit to a man that they end up single. I don't feel like that's really the case for all women though, because I know a lot of beautiful women that have great paying jobs and they're sweet as pie. Like they'll listen to their man and everything. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like with some of the people, I feel like that just might be their character, but I don't really think that it ain't really nothing wrong with being a career woman to me. I feel like it's a smarter choice to make versus the girl that ain't got no motion going on. That's an extra bill that's gonna eat up all your money.
So
why would you not pick a career woman?
Should women focus? I would say like, women going to school, making as much money as you can, climbing the corporate ladder, should women have their mindset on that? Because a lot of people in this whole manosphere realm are saying that can be a negative thing because once you make a certain amount of money, you lessen your options because you want a man that's making 20% more than you.
That is
Definitely
I
a negative
said.
side of some women
It
that are
is.
making
That's
money.
what my point was earlier when I said I don't feel like some women should make more than men because it's like it's a power struggle now. Some women, it's like I make this much, I ain't got to deal with this. I don't like that. There's nothing wrong with a career woman at all. Great, you can provide for yourself, you can do whatever, perfectly fine. And I don't think that. Let me say this: all women will submit to the right man. You have to be the right man for me to submit to you. Otherwise, I'm gonna continue to do what I was doing prior to you even came along. So it doesn't make sense for me to submit to a man who can't do for me what I do for myself. Not to mention you aren't where I need you to be, or not even where I need you to be, where I would like for you to be. Because everybody can get there. But that's why I said I value ambition and drive more than anything. Because you can be in one place today and then in a completely different place 3 months from now. So there's nothing wrong with a career woman. It becomes a problem when there's now a power struggle in her mind. Other than that, work, girl, do your thing. Make your money.
I don't think nothing wrong with a woman that work. And then if you're on the corporate ladder and you're around corporate people and that's what you surround yourself with is corporate people, I feel like it shouldn't be that hard for you to find a man. If you're in the same field as the people that should, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I live in the suburbs, right, and I'm around only suburban people, most likely the person I'm going to be with is
a person from the suburbs.
If I'm the suburbs, you know what I'm saying? If I'm in the hood and I'm around hood people.
So you feel like that could help you be in
yeah,
those
like
career fields.
you have connections to people hang out with the people that's in their caliber. Does that make sense? So you're not gonna ever see like a millionaire hanging out with Pookie.
What about a nice girl that works at Chick-fil-A?
What like is something wrong with her? Is that what you're asking? Like
No. Would a millionaire
a man's job is to protect,
like
provide.
that?
So he's gonna provide for her. So yeah, like I mean, if he picks the girl from Chick-fil-A, that's the person he wants to be with. He's gonna be taking care of her though. You know what I'm saying?
Because somebody can have high standards and have a minimum wage job.
That sounds crazy.
It's possible. It's a lot of women.
It is possible.
But wait.
Logically speaking,
high standards in a minimum wage job. Like, and she's like,
how high are
like, let's say the dude's like, 30 and the girl's like, 23 or whatever, 24. Or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And she making, let's say she making, when I say minimum wage, I don't know if it's still $7.
It's $7.25 in Georgia.
Is it?
Yep. Yes.
Okay, let's say $15 an hour. $7.25. I don't know where she working. But yeah, $15 an hour. You know what I'm saying? She might be going to school. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But she has ambition and a career path.
Yeah. So I'm not talking about somebody that's just like.
I think when you say the question, a career woman, like, because I think a lot of times we say career woman and she's an issue because she can articulate her needs. She's worked in a workplace, so she's had to deal with conflict. She deals with managing people. So she brings that home with her, that knowledge and that skill set. That becomes a part of her personality. So that's intimidating to some people. But like Tamia said, a woman will submit to the right man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you know, Joe Schmo who don't have anything going for himself, no, she's not going to come for that. Mm-hmm. But a man on the same journey as that's her peer, that's going to work out. So the issue is, again, we can go back to unequally yoked. That's more than just salvation. That's your drive. That's your goal setting. That it's everything. That speaks to the friend. Like, I'm out with my girls. If I go out with girls, my husband doesn't have to worry what I'm doing when I'm out. Yep. Because I'm not unequally yoked in those friendships either. So I think it's across the board. And, your peer group is your peer group. You're going to date somebody in your realm. The chances of a millionaire dating a girl from Chick-fil-A is really slim. Unless he's at Chick-fil-A every day because he's a millionaire, but he presents himself like a regular Joe. But, it's just, that scenario was so out there. But most of the time, Ashley is going to meet somebody on Ashley's level. And it's going to work out if it's meant to work out. And if it's not, go your separate ways.
So I got one scenario. So you're making $70,000 and your man's making $50,000, but he got ambition. Is he gonna lead you? Are you gonna allow that?
Probably.
Say probably.
I love you.
If you make
Yeah, because I'm gonna fund your dream.
There
if
we
it's
go.
a viable dream, I'm there in the trenches. My sleeves are rolled up alongside you,
there we
and
go.
we're doing this.
We're gonna do it together. That's why I say money doesn't have it has value, but not to the point where it outweighs you as a person. Because I could look at you and be like, that man only make $50,000. What am I gonna do with that? I need somebody to make more than me. Versus me looking at you and saying, he makes $50,000. He wants to build a business.
Right.
I waste $10,000 a year. Why not help fund his business? I see the drop. I see the plan. I see where he's going to end up.
Put you on my job for all that. I don't want to fund you. I'll put you on my job.
You said what?
I'll put you on my job. I'll try to see where I can. I'll talk to HR.
I ain't trying to see you every day. When I see you, it's going to be when I miss you. How was your day? Working together, don't work. We got to own the business. And even then, you on that side, I'm on this side. We figure something out.
We can be on the opposite side of the building. I don't care about none of that. If I'm making more money, put your application in. I'll talk to Miss Kathy in the morning, see if they try.
Not Miss Kathy.
And see, that's what I
Shelby
see.
ain't no dream builder.
She killed
See, that's why
you aren't meant to be with an entrepreneur.
That's why a lot of people have a misconception about, like, when they see these podcasts and stuff, it's always like a certain type of demographic that's on there speaking. And they say, oh, we got women from everywhere. Like you're talking about that podcast. And it's like, the thing that bothers me is like, bro, what about the women that wouldn't catch themselves dead on that podcast? You see what I'm saying? Like, they don't think about people that would never go because they got good relationships or whatever, or they trying to grow a good relationship. They only talk to the women that's like, oh, I want to be seen, or they may have certain platforms and some crazy stuff.
Very much.
So that's why I brought that question up, because a lot of people only see one type of podcast where the women are giving one type of answer. And every once in a while, you got one woman that's, bold enough to get on there and or crazy enough to get on there and say something that's not crazy. But for the most part, they say, oh, we done interviewed all these different types of women, thousands of women. But it's thousands of women like that, especially in Miami, where y'all doing y'all show.
Those are the women you are choosing to focus on because you're trying to prove a point. That's how I view your podcast.
Yeah, with Fresh and Fit, yeah.
Right, because I'm not looking at Fresh and Fit and going, they've had 10,000 women, 5,000 are on this side of the fence, other 5,000 on this side of the fence. Out of those 10,000 women you've had on that podcast, 9,999 of them were on this side of the fence of the point you're trying to prove that all women think this way versus that one woman. You're not bringing in the women you're talking about, or you're trying to show other women there are women out there living like this. You're using the women to prove your point. You want people that's on OnlyFans.
Girls.
Yeah, you want people that's on OnlyFans, that's social media influencers who are strippers who have this certain mindset, but then you talk down on them because you know who they are.
All
and
women
you're trying
ain't
to prove
on
a point.
OnlyFans,
Exactly.
but whenever y'all bring them up there, it's like you're gonna see almost every other woman say she's still on OnlyFans. I'm like, bro, this cannot be every woman demographic. Like that don't make no sense.
It's not, but that's the views he get. You use those women to prove your point, which invalidates your podcast. Because you're not looking at the women that you're the traditional women that you're trying to show people that are out there. You're not asking her to come. You didn't email me and say, hey, you want to be on my podcast? You only got...
He better not, because Jair is going to disapprove.
Gonna be right there. But you didn't email somebody like me and
unless
say, hey,
you're trying to help me out and get us all on
promoting. You have this many followers. You seem to be a traditional woman. You have these values or these views. Would you like to be on the podcast and share your story? Or share how you feel. You want somebody on OnlyFans who gonna disagree with how you feel, because these are the women that are contacting you to be on this show.
I want to ask one more question. In this topic, So like I said, same scenario. He making 50,000. Let's say he making 50, you making 70, right? And he's like, yo, babe, I need you to do those dishes because you said you're gonna do them. I need to go and do this. So do those, right? Boom, boom. And to Shelby, do them dishes, right? Because that's what you said you respond better to. So in that scenario, he got the boom. How you gonna respond? Like he your lead, boom. It's the same thing, or does that money make a difference?
It's on.
It's all.
Okay.
Why you can't wash them dishes too? Why am I? What?
It's not about the dishes.
No, hold on.
It's about him leading and delegating. You got okay. I get what you're
If you're
saying.
gonna lead by example. You want me to follow? Show me something to
This
follow.
just one night he's saying this.
I think the key factor is that you said you were gonna do the dishes.
Yeah.
So
He's
that
just
means you've
leading
already
something.
said. So you just need to do what you said you were gonna do.
Yeah. So you fighting back already to me. Hold up.
She made a point because the first thing came in my mind is why we can't both do it. I'm confused.
You can't do the dish at the same time because
that man saying
he got other stuff he got to do. He got to take the trash out because y'all all cleaning.
I feel like
that's okay.
But you sat down to read a magazine for a certain moment, and he's like, "Look, I know you reading a magazine, but we got stuff to do. I need you to do this." Like he's delegating. It ain't public, but he's still delegating.
Okay.
It like, hey,
I'm finna watch your dish and then when I'm done, I'm sit back down and read my magazine. I don't read
if the
magazine.
house is clean, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
He's
when
delegating.
I go,
He's your head.
I'm sorry. Like, y'all married the children? I mean, we all adults. We saw a sink full of dirty dishes. Who is walking around telling people to do dishes?
You get what I'm saying? Like,
I'm confused.
That's why it kind of threw me off when you brought up that example.
I don't know what kind of marriage, what y'all think marriage is. Nobody's walking around.
No,
this is weird.
My
for
whole
me.
point. My whole point.
Just leave the dishes in the sink.
It's not even about the example. It's because maybe I don't like to do I was trying to make it simple.
Oh, you gotta. Actually,
But where does the man?
Put in the dishwasher.
Where's the man? I don't know. Okay, do y'all believe that the man should be the head, and in what sense do you believe that in?
But I feel like in certain stuff, like if a man like go do the dishes, sir.
But like you said, you like that though.
No, see, because you trying to switch some words. Like that is like probably like that's like a smidge. Like that's like the smallest type of argument that you can have. We're arguing about dishes, especially if I'm doing something. Like if I'm watching a show.
Them arguments come up though.
If I'm watching a show now, if the dishes are like sitting for days and
that's different.
Gnats are coming, that's crazy. But if it's like I just cooked, you put the dishes in there, I'm gonna watch them. The Netflix show ain't finished going on.
For real, let me hold on. When
Give
we
me a
get there.
second. And if you demand it, like, go wash the dishes, nothing's gonna get washed. I'm going to sleep.
Don't demand me to do anything.
Well, I say that specifically for you, but let's just change
If you
it
said
up
go
and
wash the dishes,
give the same scenario for
if
everybody.
you even
It's
ask
not even
me
about
to-
the dishes really. It's about the whole principle. Like, can he be your head?
Yes.
he can be my head,
If
but
he's making less than you, in what way would you allow? Because some people say, yeah, he can be my head, but by definition, he can't be my head because he can't do this and he can't do that.
Are you still providing?
he makes less than you.
He's making less than you.
But he's providing.
That's why I'm like, you still providing something, right? You're doing something.
Yeah, he ain't at your level financially.
I don't care. Just because you don't make as much as me, I'm not supposed to. God told me you.
I need a better example because my example didn't work.
It didn't.
So I need a better example.
God,
Y'all have a better
God
example
told me you
where
were the head of
he
this,
can be your
this
head.
marriage and this household. What? Because I make more than you. I'm supposed to be like, I ain't doing nothing you say. Not only am I being disobedient, I'm just flat out being like, God, I ain't listening to you. What if God gave me this man? Who's to say he gonna make less than me for forever? That's just me.
Can he tell you if it's like, I don't like that outfit? Can he say that?
Yes. But it depends. It depends on the Fashion Nova. It depends on the situation because if
Depends
I
on
like
what
my
outfit. I just bought this. This is.
It's like one of those fresh Fashion Nova fits. Like
we gotta talk
That's what
about
it
this.
is.
But if
I don't like that.
If it's revealing or something, then duh. But if it's like, if we go somewhere and I really like this dress, he's like, I don't like that. I'm not wearing it for you. I like my dress. Then I'm gonna go in the bathroom and be like, what's wrong with this dress? Is it ugly? Man, I ain't listening to him. You don't know how to dress no way.
So you're gonna eventually get
it.
to the conclusion, but that's your process.
Oh no, I'm still gonna get that dress. I might consider that it's ugly later on. But if I like it, what you ain't gotta like everything I like. I don't like some of them shoes you wear, but I don't say nothing.
Oh wow.
We always gotta like.
That's
We.
interesting.
I mean,
That's interesting.
that's true to a certain extent,
So,
but
like, what?
the person, like, if I don't like something you wearing and you are not listening to me, I'm the one who have to look at you. I'm the one that has to find you attractive. So
You representing
I
the
do
unit.
think I'm not saying, you know, you say I don't like that and then you go, you know, take it off and put it in the trash. Okay, that's drastic.
Yeah.
But I do think there needs to be care for the person saying, you know, that's just not working for me.
Right.
And
Versus, I don't like that. Go take that off.
I want my partner to find me attractive at all times. So if he's saying he not feeling it, in my mind, I'm gonna be like,
Just be honest.
every time I wear this, he thinks I'm ugly.
Right.
So that's
So what do you say?
It would suck if I
What
like
do you
my
say?
dress,
Because you
though.
can't tell a woman certain
So if a man,
What do you say?
Oh, you know what?
There's
I'm
a
gonna be
way
honest.
you say
It's a
it.
way you say
I need the secret code, guys.
No,
Give us the code.
For me, if let's say I go in the dressing room and I find me a
Try to
nice
switch
little
to a
dress
little
and
more.
I like the dress, you know, and I put it on and I walk out and I'm like, Jerry, you like the dress? And he's like,
But you done got hype about it. It's too late.
right. But
Why
if
you
he-
even ask him? You
because-
already excited.
I want to know. Because if
Ooh,
like
I'm
the kid
finna kill
said,
it.
If you
What you
don't-
think, babe?
and then he'd be like,
You done broke your heart.
let's try something else. I don't sit there and be like, that's why I said I'm gonna go back in and be like, what's
Just
wrong
go
with
in
this
there and
dress?
kill yourself and find something.
Nah.
I
What,
just
what
I gotta
men-
figure it out and be
what
like,
men
maybe
have-
it's the color. Cause I think, you know, it's funny. We went to Quick Trip one day and I seen a lady. I loved her dress, and he said, "Why she so loud?" And I'm like, I like her.
I ain't getting that dress now.
I'll never get it. You ain't gotta worry about it. I'll never pick
It's
it
that
up.
dress that loud woman had on.
Yep.
Look at that.
Won't wear it. You gotta worry about it. He said it was loud. It's not gonna be loud on me. I'm gonna be
Oh, the
real
dress
quiet.
was loud.
It was really bright.
I thought she was loud. So
No.
it was like, oh,
It
I
was
ain't
like
wearing
a
that.
bright. It was. He said it was African. I don't know. I just like how I like the print and the colors on the dress. But he was like, "Why she so loud?" And I looked and I was like,
yeah, I don't like it either.
"You got work." I told him I liked it, but he was like,
Can't
"Nah."
stand that,
I was like,
that
"Well,
stupid dress
I won't be wearing
that
it."
she got on.
Nope.
Yeah.
Guess not.
Yeah, if you don't like the outfit, you be like, if
It's
I mean,
gonna
like,
hurt.
with the fashion outfit, like, if he thinks it's so villain, I'm thinking, no. That's like a pointless argument. I wouldn't even argue about that.
It's like for the right man. You got Shelby. You got
I said the right man gonna get how you.
The right man will have you.
so
the right-
Shelby. You have requirements for your man, but if he meets those requirements,
I will be the.
you gonna
most
meet all your
perfect-
requirements.
If he meets Shelby requirements, she gonna fold like a napkin.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
you feel me? And I'm never gonna be the one to
Fast.
deny it. I would never deny it. Like if he there and we locked in, oh yeah. Take that dress off. I don't like that. All
Say
right.
less.
Like I said on the last episode.
Before I even buy it, I'm gonna
Nothing.
screenshot you like these before we even get to
Boy,
the
what? I walked
But,
out the dressing room. You like this dress? Nah. All right.
For the last
it right back
episode,
up.
I said the jean skirts and the tennis shoes though.
Oh yeah, okay. I don't know about that. I'm like, bro, you tripping, bro? You know I'm like, you
But
know
look, I need the code because y'all trying to act like we weren't just talking about that. What is the thing that you say to the woman when you like, I don't like that? What you supposed to say to her?
When you get a woman, we're gonna tell
men,
you.
let me say,
I'm
this,
not-
men have
I'm not-
compromised. Men have our conclusion is, yeah, babe, it's good. It look good, whatever.
No.
Like we
don't do me like
just
that.
agreeing, right?
No.
I'm not talking about like if it's immodest, it's different. But like I'm telling you, it's a lot of men. It's just like, yeah, it's good.
I'm so.
Because we know we gonna hurt your feelings.
hurt my feelings.
But see, I be
No,
so
don't hurt.
tight.
Don't hurt my feelings.
No, don't hurt my feelings.
But
like,
just say,
I don't like it. Just
See,
try
I'll
something
be-
else on.
really, honestly, sometimes all you need to do is a little wrinkled brow, and she got the message.
Yep.
Take a little too long to answer, and in her mind, he don't like it.
If you don't
like
love
this.
it,
I
then
gotta take
it's.
this off.
If you don't love it, then it's already like.
See,
Cause y'all,
It's
me,
alright,
like, I don't
but-
tell me about your expression.
I be like, I want my man to be my best friend, like we locked in. So like, you don't gotta break nothing like so light to me, like, cause we probably done joke with each other so bad, like we don't got each other so bad, like nothing you could really say hurt my feelings. So, everybody, babe, you like this green dress? I'm like, nah, you look.
What if you already bought it?
That would be
You
hilarious.
look like a who?
I would start laughing.
Like it'll be a joke to me. I'm like, bro,
That
your
would be
head shaped
funny.
like a pickle. Like it'll be something funny. It don't gotta be like.
Well,
oh,
yeah,
it can't
you've
hurt her
established that
feelings.
rapport, though.
Yeah, that's funny.
If you ain't got that kind of woman, please don't take that.
See,
from her.
I'm that type of woman you can joke
Oh,
with.
yeah,
Like,
that's
you
why I
don't
say
gotta
for
be
me,
like
we-
so. Man, I don't think I like. Nah, be like. Boy, no, take that off, like, and we'll start laughing. Like, why did you buy that? And we can joke with each other. You ain't gotta break nothing. I'm your homie, bro. Like, you ain't gotta break nothing crazy.
You know what? You know what Jair does?
What's he
Because
do?
he did it to me with some shoes, and I realized that's how he tell me he don't like something. He be like, "Oh, those? It's a wrap. Put them down.
Those? You stupid?
Put it back." It's like the face he give you is like, "You really like that? Don't worry about it. I don't even like it no more. You don't
Yeah,
like
so-
it? Say less. It's over.
So
Forget
you
it."
gotta give her a chance to read your mind
No.
without saying it directly.
You have to know the
I
person
think it
that you were
depends
talking
though. Yeah, it
to.
depends on the person.
Because I'm okay with you being blunt and honest with me. I don't like that. I mean, I did, but it's okay. Not go and try to find something else. Versus someone who doesn't have tough skin, or you, like Nikia said, you haven't built that rapport with them. You be like, I don't like that. Their first thought is, why? What's wrong? Now you have a person who was questioning a lot more than she should. So
But
you
you
have
bought
to know
some,
who you know.
and you got excited and you put this on
If I buy some, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna ask Jair what he think.
before you make that.
I'm gonna ask 5 people what they think before I make that purchase. Because I'm a very indecisive. I'm not finna just willy nilly buy something because it's cute. Nah, because it can be ugly when I get
You
in
don't
the car.
just get excited about stuff and then expect your man to be on the same mindset as you.
I got excited because I went to Ross and I found this really nice thermal jacket, and it's like furry and it's so soft. And I was like, this is a beautiful jacket. And Jair was like, why are you getting that jacket? It's hot outside. I was like, because I like it. I was really excited about it. I still bought it. It's the only time. Other than that, no. I'm
bought
not
it for a
that
different
person.
season.
Yeah, I'm not that person who finna go in the store and be like, I really like these shoes, and buy it, and then you walk out the store, and then you get home and like, I don't like these shoes. Why did I do this to myself? Because now you mad you done made a purchase that you got to return. Who gonna do that?
Yeah. Last thing I want to go over is like,
No.
how should it? What? It's like we're not talking about it. The last thing I want to go over is like, how should a woman speak and how should a woman dress?
Is
Probably
she married
shouldn't.
or single? These are 2 different. I'm serious.
Now, you a walking resume, so do you think that that's supposed to be separate?
Yeah.
I think they can change a little bit, but like
They can
just
compromise
two separate
depending on
things
who you're dealing
completely.
with. You're gonna be who you are. You know what I'm saying?
So you don't dress for, or do you dress now for the type of man that you want?
So I'll say this, right? I feel like in your single stages, right? Like you're a walking resume. So I feel like most women, and this is just, natural, like when you go out, you'll wear some clothes that are a little bit, more revealing and stuff like that, because you want to show your figure off. You want to go out to show men I'm available. You know what I'm saying? Versus if I'm in a relationship or I'm married, I'm not gonna be like mom jeans and stuff like that all the time, but I'm not gonna be as revealing because I'm not trying to show off anything for somebody to look at what my husband already has. Does that make sense? If you're married, you walk like you're married, you talk like you're married. You don't even give people the space to even feel like you might be single. You know what I'm saying? Single people put out single energy. Does that make sense?
You saying they're supposed to?
Yeah. I feel like you are if you're actively looking for somebody, you're actively dating.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying? Like I might go out with like, some leggings on and stuff like that and a cute little shirt, a little tie and all that stuff just to show off a figure because I'm presenting myself as a single woman, if that makes sense. But when you're married, you don't do that type of stuff. I feel like you shouldn't.
It's like I agree with the understanding that you have. I guess just the specific areas, like I'm gonna differ a little bit, obviously, but I feel like I understand your point, and I think it's hard to say. I feel like right now I agree with your point, but it's just like when it comes to the outfit, like I don't feel like an outfit can give off single energy. I feel like an outfit can give off modesty for marriage energy or sexy for sex energy. It's kind of the way I separate the outfit. But you give out single energy, like I may be more talkative to the woman. It's like I probably wouldn't be so talkative to that woman if I was married. Like he's giving off a vibe that he's single. But I didn't want to get too into that because I want to see what everybody else thinks too about how should a woman do you get what I'm saying? I don't know
I get
where
what you're saying,
we
like-
agree, where we disagree, maybe the specific areas, but the point, I think we
Yeah,
agree.
like I get what you're
We
saying.
agree
like,
on the point.
Yeah, but my single turns into like you're like sexy, so it's basically saying the same thing though. But you put out what you're trying to attract. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if I'm putting out like a certain image, that means I'm trying to attract a certain type of.
I heard
person.
recently that some men, you know, they want their wife to show more cleavage, and they just like that's what they want.
They want Kiki wide.
So when your woman shows more,
Shout out to
cleavage,
Desmond.
I feel like long term that will show itself as a problem.
It is going to
But,
show itself as a problem.
You know, hey, yeah, I guess I can't point to an exact point where, hey, but I've just seen so many women who do this thing and their traits match. Like I'm gonna let y'all speak about it first, man, because
I feel like I know where you're going. For me, because I learned the hard way. The way you present yourself, regardless of you being single or married, is how you want to be treated, right? So if I decide to go outside half naked and then a man is hooting and hollering at me and trying to get my attention, I'm thinking to myself, why is he doing this? I now have to reflect on myself, like, well, you half naked.
and you know that, and you continue to dress like that.
And you continue to do it. So you can't be looking around trying to figure out, oh, why is it the men I attract are looking at me a certain way when you present yourself that way? So even if it's not intentional, because I will say it sounds crazy, but some women, like she said, you feel sexy, you feel good. You're not doing it in the thought of, oh, I want every man to stop and stare and glare at me like I'm an object. You're doing it as, I feel good, I like to show off my curves. But there's
I'm gonna say one thing. When women be, I'm a call cat because I'm gonna be honest. When women be like, oh, I don't do this. When they dress sexy, and this is I'm a woman saying this. When they be like, oh, I don't dress sexy. For the men, I do it for myself. That's cat. If you took all the men out this world right now,
y'all good on the AC or?
Yeah, you can. You can.
Is it getting hot? I'm just trying to.
It is hot, but
I said y'all tell me when y'all need to turn it on.
Yeah, my little eyebrows sweating.
That's why I was like, y'all acting like y'all good. She still got
no, like if you take all the men out this world, right, and there's nothing but women, we're not gonna be seeing her getting BBLs, wearing Fashion Nova, showing off all the curls.
Nobody, no way.
But you know what I'm saying? Women wear that type of stuff to get men's attention.
That is true, but I'm gonna say certain times you get up, you dress up for yourself. Not in the thought of I'm doing it for a man. But when I get up, because I be in the house most of the time, I just get up, do my hair, put on clothes. I'm not going nowhere. But I feel good and I look good for me, right? So it's a nice feeling. That's why I say, I ain't gonna say all. I'm not even gonna say majority. But I'll speak for myself. I used to dress for men, but that's why I said I had that realization after sitting here and being gawked at, and I'm like, why do y'all talk to me this way? I don't want you to talk to me this way. I want you to talk to me like you have sense. But then I'm looking at myself like, you are half naked. You showing everything. What? Well, you showing him what you offering. You're not offering a conversation. You're offering yourself up. So once I covered up more, it seemed like I have. It's like a level of respect that just all of a sudden covered me, and it made me feel. That's why I said it's something I learned the hard way. That's why I don't understand when women go outside half naked and like, why do men talk to me this way? It's the way you present yourself. So whether you're single or married, there is a certain level of modesty that you should have. Especially as a Christian, you should be modest anyway. You shouldn't, like you said, what I have is for my husband, whomever he may be, single or married. I'm not trying to show you what I got, because then when he get it, somebody else already seen it. It's not a thrill no more. Plus, for men, if you naked all the time, what am I fantasizing about? I haven't seen it already. You left nothing for the imagination. You always naked. It's a difference between you being completely revealing and, all right, my shoulder out. or my legs out or something. Versus you just, every time I see this girl, she got on a bikini or a stripper outfit. It's like, what am I looking at? I feel like as a woman, you shouldn't be revealing to the world, because that's, for me, that's a part of your self-worth. That's you valuing yourself to not be looked at and lusted after for the wrong reasons. Well, you shouldn't be lusted after anyway. But I don't want you to be looked at for the wrong reasons, as if when I see her, I just want to sleep with her. When you see me, you're going to see me as a married woman. But even if you don't know I'm married, I'm going to hold myself to the highest rapport. So when you see me, it's like, she's dressed nicely. She keeps it, so she's put together. Even if I'm not, you ain't gonna see. I can walk outside in sweatpants and long t-shirt. You wouldn't know what I look like underneath that, because I'm not presenting myself to be that way. So for me, modesty is everything, whether you're single or you're married. It's understandable. It's a part of us as women. We do want to come off as sexy and appealing, but you have to know where that limit is. Now, if you are, I'm gonna say this because it's a difference between a woman in the world and a woman of Christ. If you're a woman of Christ, God already told you how you should look. If you are a woman in the world, which I don't really agree with, I understand you want to be sexy, but limit who you're showing yourself to. Because in your house is different from you being outside. So you in your house in shorts, in a sports bra, doing whatever you're doing, versus you walking outside, you're at the grocery store, you doing this, you doing that, and it's like, I see everything. You shouldn't feel comfortable with being looked at in a certain light, because when you do get in a relationship, if you don't change, the person you are with is gonna notice the looks that you get. And now you're going to become defensive when he's like, hey, I think you should cover up. Now it's, oh, you don't like how I dress. You liked it when you first met me, whatever. Yeah, but that was different. Now I have you. I don't want everybody looking at what I have, because there's nothing left for me. Because you're openly allowing men to be like, I want her. I can do this to her. I can do that to her. Yeah. It's just me personally. That thing looks so weird on your ear. I'm sorry.
Don't talk about my inner ears. I just got these. Yeah, it's all right though. Yeah, I would say that can't see myself. I would say that, yeah. What was the question about how women should dress, how women should talk, even because when we're talking about, I say traditional woman, but a woman of the Bible, a woman that is looking for, this is the one that looks so weird. A woman that is looking for a husband that wants I say looking for a husband. Some people think it's a sin, but a woman that wants a husband.
What? That sounds crazy.
Yeah, we ain't got time to go all into that today, but a woman that wants a husband. And I just say this to see what y'all think about it. My position is a woman and a man. They're both walking resumes. So if you look at somebody the way they are now, somewhere in that relationship is going to multiply by 10. So the certain traits that you have now, I understand that certain things may change because you may, how much of your modesty are you going to let your man dictate? Or is it like, hey, you married me like this, so I say dictate, but like compromise and like decide. I don't mean dictate like he's a dictator. I mean like decide, like, hey, I really don't like this, but y'all may have a difference. Like it may not even be immodest like that.
Go
he may
the way
just
up to, I'll do anything but wear the jeans, skirts, and tennis shoes.
That is hilarious.
Okay.
You're not Jesus. God told me how to dress. If you have an issue with, not for real, if you have an issue with something that I have on, like if Jai had an issue with this dress, I'd probably put a shirt underneath it to solve whatever issue he has. But if it's something like, instead of my sleeve stopping down here, it's up here, sir, if you don't go about your business, that's ridiculous. Because that's, to me, it's like if there's an irrational logic to what you're asking me to do, You got to make it make sense.
If you feel like it's overbearing, then
It's over. I'm gonna tell you, hey, that's a bit.
So that's a discussion
much.
y'all definitely need to have, like in the beginning. So it's like, all right, where
we gotta set
what is a big, like,
of course.
certain changes could happen though.
That is
You
true.
know what I'm saying? Like sometimes a man will, wear a white shirt. He'll start sweating. You can see his body, and he ain't thinking nothing of it. And y'all like, oh, whoa. It's women looking at you. Like, change that shirt.
Nobody looking at you.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah.
I've just heard some different things.
So I'm gonna tell you.
I don't
hey,
care.
put on
I'm
a
not
white
bringing it up
shirt
because of me.
So don't nobody see your body. If you sweat enough, what if it poured out rain and you go out jogging? They still gonna see your body because now the shirt is skin tight. I'm so confused. That's again. That's
So you don't
illogical
care?
to me. If Giant
Your man been hitting the gym now.
relax, because we already have this problem. Let's tone it down a bit.
Just saying.
But
It's a good looking man right there.
very
Pause.
if Jair goes out and he goes to the gym and he work out, right, and he come home and I look at him like, dang, your shirt a little tighter than it was when you left. You soaked in sweat.
Oh, I was like, what happened?
Yeah, then it's like, what I'm gonna tell him? No, you can't wear that shirt no more. No, it's a workout shirt. It's
That's
not
your
like
man.
he
You
out
better tell
here
him.
with no shirt on and he just worked. Then it's
If
like,
my man was tall,
Relax.
thin, and handsome, cut, fit, and had hoochie daddy shorts on, I would not care, bro. Like, it's...
I wish you would.
If
should be
they
happy to
ain't
have
coming,
a man like that.
if they ain't trying to hop down on my man, he ain't my man. Like I want y'all to see what I see. Like, yeah, that's mine. Like I don't care. I feel like that type of stuff is just petty.
Now
like,
that is a real that's a real thing. Now people be like,
okay,
bro,
like if my man is attractive and people find my man to be attractive,
That's
I
fine.
do not care if you find my man attractive.
No.
Do he find you attractive? Are y'all gonna do anything? No, I don't care about that. I'm not gonna tell my man, oh, that shirt look too tight on you. Take that off. Like, I got bigger stuff to worry about. When the rent due?
Now, if you got a baby shirt on, we're gonna have a conversation.
well, that's just foolish.
I don't like men that dress like. I mean, I
That's
don't even like men that dress like that anyway.
Yeah,
like,
that's a little
so
too much.
I don't even.
But
just hypothetically speaking, like if I had like Mr. Tall, tan, handsome, red with the hoochie daddy.
Did you say
shorts on.
tall, tan, and handsome?
Yeah, tall, tan, handsome.
tall, tan, handsome, put a shirt on. That's just me.
And he walk outside with
Because
no
I
shirt
can't
and
walk
hoochie daddy shorts
outside
on. I
fit,
don't care.
fine, and fabulous with my Gymshark
So
outfit
you
on.
want
I do
a
not.
tan thug?
Ashley,
Tan saved thug, barely saved,
not barely.
with 80K in the
More.
bank.
I ain't finna.
Nakia, what you think about that? How women should talk it, and then we're gonna wrap it up with the final thoughts after that.
I think Tamia said it best. I think we all should have some decorum about ourselves. If you're a believer, you need to check in on modesty. Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
That's right.
Hello.
Straight to hell. I'm just
And if
playing.
you are
I'm just playing.
a married woman
It's possible.
or a married man, there are some compromises on attire that maybe need to happen according to your spouse. I think you should take it into. I'm not saying roll over and play dead, but you have to take your spouse's feelings into account. That's the part of being in a relationship. There's give and take in there. So all of that is according to the person you're with, because what bothers me may not bother the next person. That's why it's hard to give marriage advice, because what works for my marriage may not work for your marriage. You take advice, you look at it, and then you see what can apply to your relationship. Because you cannot model your relationship after the next man's.
Yep.
Because y'all are different. Y'all come from different backgrounds. It's the whole thing. But you see what works for your relationship. And long as y'all coming together, and you ain't going to get it right every time. So that's where the grace comes in, even with one another. And keep coming back to the table with compromise and love and forgiveness. And you keep going. That's the one thing that I would say that I've learned, having been married for 11 years, getting divorced, is if you don't come with grace for your partner, you in a world of hurt. There has to be grace, because none of us are perfect, and the mistakes will happen. But when it's his mistake, do you give him grace, the same grace you want when it's your mistake?
There it is.
Yeah.
So that's what that's my closing thought.
That's
right there.
You closed the whole episode. We don't even need to go to y'all. I'm just playing.
Disrespect.
Tamia, go ahead. Final thoughts, please.
Final thoughts. You are bought with a price. If you desire to be married, and especially as a Christian, take God full force and look at God and say, God, this is what I desire, but what do you want from me? What is it that you want from my life? How do you want my life to go? Because honestly, it's not about me nor my feelings. It's about what you want. Always take your partner into consideration. Again, don't put nobody in your business. Your marriage is your marriage. Like Nakia said, you can take everything with a grain of salt, because you trying to keep up with the Joneses can cause you more problems than you had, versus you praying and working it out with your partner, whatever it is, or just working it out with God, figuring out whatever you want to do. Stay blessed, highly favored, and read your word.
All right. It's just you said say your word. That sounded like you had more to say on that one.
Oh no.
But all right. So Shelby.
Child.
That's it. All right. So I'm just playing.
Really, you know, whether you're a traditional woman or a modern woman, you know, just do what make you happy. You know, just always, you know, walk with faith. Try your best. Try it every day. Do what you can, and make it look good.
Hey.
Make it look good. That's right. Yeah, so we had a real good discussion. I was gonna add one more piece to this. First Kings 21:25. But there was none like unto Ahab, which did sell himself to work wickedness in the sight of the Lord, whom Jezebel his wife stirred up. Don't be no Jezebel that's stirring up Ahab to do wickedness. Be a woman of the Bible. I don't know if the word traditional woman is in the Bible, but a woman of Christ, not a woman of man's tradition, because there's so many things in the past that allow men to be dictators in a certain sense, but then also we've gone into a stage where feminism has become something extreme, and it should be a balance. I don't know why people don't just look for balance in all these things when the man can play his part, the woman can play her part, and those roles are things that are going to, you can hand me that. Those, you might want to pass it first. I can't, don't take it out. Just go around and then hand it to me. Let me hit this. And also, guys, click the link in the description if you want to get the authorized version clothing that we have. We got some stuff coming out. We're trying to build a church, y'all. So please hit the link in the description. Get your fashion. We got a bunch of other things like that. So, you know, check us out, man. Hit all that. We out. I'm trying to hit this end button. The mouse, bro.